what's up, everybody? This boy, Coach Hurricane here. You can follow me on Facebook at Henry Singleton or on Twitter at HenryHayoU15.
Listen, this is your boy, Fred. Listen, you can follow me on Facebook at Brandon Fred Jones, or you can follow me on Twitter at BFred Jones.
This is Jeremiah Gray, man, with GSportz. You can follow me on Facebook, Jeremiah Gray, A.K.A, and on Twitter, G_paid in full 08.
Pay me the money! money.
Yo, man, it's Fred. Listen, don't forget to like and subscribe to our New Orleans Talk Network page on. Keep going. What's up, everybody? This is your boy, Fred. Listen, don't forget to like our page on YouTube, FanView, Facebook, FanView, and on Twitter, FanView New Orleans.
Holla at you, man, and interact with us. And we gonna make this thing on the pop with New Orleans Talk Network. With real fans talk about real
Get it,
sports.
G.
And not only sports, it's the everyday activity in life, man.
My name is Jaquan Jackson, SMU commit, and you're tuning into FanView.
Yo, what's up? It's Pooga Williams, 2017 Mr. Football. You are now tuned into FanView Live on New Orleans Talk Network.
This is Congressman Cedric Richmond, and you're watching the New Orleans
What's up,
Talk.
everybody? This boy, Coach Hurricane here. You can follow me on Facebook at Henry Singleton or on Twitter at HenryHayoU15.
Listen, this is your boy, Fred. Listen, you can follow me on Facebook at Brandon Fred Jones, or you can follow me on Twitter at BFred Jones.
This is Jeremiah Gray, man, with GSportz. You can follow me on Facebook, Jeremiah Gray, A.K.A, and on Twitter, G_paid in full 08.
Pay me the money! money. Well, what's up, everybody? This boy, Coach Hurricane here. You can follow me on Facebook at Henry Singleton or on Twitter at HenryHayoU15.
Listen, this is your boy, Fred. Listen, you can follow me on Facebook at Brandon Fred Jones, or you can follow me on Twitter at BFred Jones.
This is Jeremiah Gray, man, with GSportz. You can follow me on Facebook, Jeremiah Gray, A.K.A, and on Twitter, G_paid in full 08.
Pay me the money! money. Well, what's up, everybody? This boy, Coach Hurricane here. You can follow me on Facebook at Henry Singleton or on Twitter at HenryHayoU15.
Listen, this is your boy, Fred. Listen, you can follow me on Facebook at Brandon Fred Jones, or you can follow me on Twitter at BFred Jones.
This is Jeremiah Gray, man, with GSportz. You can follow me on Facebook, Jeremiah Gray, A.K.A, and on Twitter, G_paid in full 08.
Pay me the money! money. Well, what's up, everybody? This boy, Coach Hurricane here. You can follow me on Facebook at Henry Singleton or on Twitter at HenryHayoU15.
Listen, this is your boy, Fred. Listen, you can follow me on Facebook at Brandon Fred Jones, or you can follow me on Twitter at BFred Jones.
This is Jeremiah Gray, man, with GSportz. You can follow me on Facebook, Jeremiah Gray, A.K.A, and on Twitter, G_paid in full 08.
Pay me the money! money. Well, what's up, everybody? This boy, Coach Hurricane here. You can follow me on Facebook at Henry Singleton or on Twitter at HenryHayoU15.
Listen, this is your boy, Fred. Listen, you can follow me on Facebook at Brandon Fred Jones, or you can follow me on Twitter at BFred Jones.
This is Jeremiah Gray, man, with GSportz. You can follow me on Facebook, Jeremiah Gray, A.K.A, and on Twitter, G_paid in full 08.
Pay me the money! money.
Whoa, what's happening, everybody? Welcome to FanView. Real fans talk sports. New Orleans Talk Network. Listen, this is your boy Fred.
GSportz in the building.
Listen, we got a lit show for you guys. This is episode 2 of the 2019 season. My man, Coach Hurricane, he ain't come make it with us tonight, but he'll be with us next week. We got a lot to discuss GSportz. A lot has happened this past few days in the world of sports.
Yes, sir.
We
Yes,
have
sir.
a college football national champion that everyone knows already. Clemson, the Tigers, put on a superb performance in the national championship out there in Santa Clara. out there on Monday night. And we got some other things to discuss with y'all in the world of sports. You know, there's now some NFL new hires. You know, a lot of different coaches now have been selected. Obviously, we had the WildCard round. Now we going to the divisional round. We got a lot to talk about. We got some NBA to talk about with y'all too tonight. But y'all know what I like to do before I get started in the show. I always give a shout salute to the armed forces, the military, Army, Marines, Navy, Air Force, Coast Guard, first responders, local police department, local fire department. Thank you, y'all, from the bottom of my heart. If no one gives y'all love and support, FanView Live will do it each and every Thursday from 6 to 8 p.m. Also, get connected with us. If you're on Facebook, it's FanView Live. Tag a friend, add a friend. If you're on YouTube, it's FanView Live. If you're on Instagram, it's FanView Live. If you're on Twitter, it's FanView NOLA. And don't forget my man, GSportz. If you're on Twitter, you can follow my man G Paid in Full. If you're on Facebook, it's GSportz. If you're trying to find the information about the high school sports and football in Louisiana, basketball in Louisiana, just sports in general in Louisiana. The plug is right here each and every Thursday. I keep telling y'all this.
You did.
This is how it works. So stay tuned, stay connected, man. If you're a first-time subscriber, this is what we do. We talk about sports, what's going on in the world. We're going to open up this show with Alabama Clemson. I'll be the first to admit it. I said on this show here plenty of times. I didn't think Clemson had a shot in hell. And Clemson came out there and did the impossible. Clemson came out there with their quarterback, Trevor Lawrence, and their defense, and they put an ass whipping on Alabama. It started off early. They got the interception for the touchdown.
They started the game off.
And after that, I wouldn't say it was completely downhill. Alabama tried to make it somewhat of a contest, and Tua had the 2 interceptions. Early in that football game, they kind of did some disguised coverages against him. And from that point on, man, Trevor Lawrence and Travis Etienne Jr., they had a hat trick in the first half as far as rushing touchdowns. They put on the clinic against Alabama in that defense. Alabama did what they really could have done, as far as with the personnel and the way they prepared. But right now, that day it was for Clemson.
Right.
It was for Clemson. The 2 interceptions by Clemson's defense. The touchdown to Justin Rogers, 74-yard, when he put the burners on, caught that pass. And
Justin Ross.
Put the burners on. I'm sitting there saying to myself, man, Clemson was putting on the show. And no one expected that from Clemson. I know they beat Notre Dame. They beat Notre Dame decisively. And we saw the way Clemson played throughout the season. But did you really see Clemson beating Alabama in that fashion? They did on the national championship stage.
No, I didn't think they were going to beat the piss out of them like they did. I did pick Clemson to win the game. A lot of people laughed at me on Twitter, on Facebook when I said it. I did think Clemson was the more balanced team coming into this game, even though I thought that Bama had more talent, individual talent, top to bottom, than Clemson. But I knew coming into this game that, Clemson wanted to show the world that they are up there with the Alabamas and Ohio States of the world when you're talking about powerhouses in the college football. Yeah. And they showed it. Trevor Lawrence was a question mark for me coming into this game because he was a true freshman. Had nothing to do with his ability. It had nothing to do with what he did throughout the season. I knew he had the tools to go out and have a good game. It was just that you're a true freshman going to play against Alabama and Nick Saban. I thought the lights was going to be a little too bright for him. I thought the stage was going to be a little too big for him. And I thought, Saban was going to dial it up and be able to confuse him and get him out of his spot. But everybody talked about Trevor Lawrence as far as, being the MVP of this game and things of that nature. I think the real MVPs of this game was the offensive line of Clemson and Justin Ross, the receiver, who was a true freshman, by the way.
I made a big-time tweet out there. I said, man, I'm watching the left tackle and the left guard of Clemson. I'm saying, man, they're getting a push out this world.
I mean, Alabama probably has arguably the best defensive line in the country. Some people might say Clemson. You could throw Michigan and Georgia into that mix too. Mississippi State. Those are the upper.
Bosa's playing for Ohio State.
Yeah, those are the upper echelon defensive lines in the country. And for Clemson to block Alabama the way they did was just phenomenal. I mean, Trevor Lawrence had time to tap dance, make a sandwich, call his girlfriend on the phone. When he was in that pocket, he was able to scan the field, go through his first, second, third progressions. He did a great job. Being able to stand tall in that pocket and make throws down the field, but it was because of the offensive line. And Justin Ross, 3 or 4 of his catches were not on point. He had to make 2 one-handed catches behind his back.
Like that.
He made some great acrobatic
Another
catches.
true freshman, by the way.
throughout the game, bro. I think it was a testament to him more so than it was about Trevor Lawrence making a throw. T. Higgins, he made some tough catches throughout the game. He showed that he's one of the better receivers throughout the country.
Yeah.
Another thing was Brent Venables, the defensive coordinator for Clemson. He confused Tua all night long. One of the plays where Tua threw the interception, they clearly showing that they ain't man-to-man, pre-snap. Soon as he snaps the ball, they go press bail, like to cover 3. Tua thinks he has the seam wide open to Jerry Jeudy, interception. Brent Venables did a good job sugaring his coverages all night long, stunting with his D-line, moving his safeties around. Tua just was confused all night long. Yeah, he could say what he wanted in the press conference. He talking about he knew what they was in, and it had nothing to do with what Clemson was doing. Stop lying, boy. Stop lying. You thought they was in certain things, and they confused you. Brent Venables did a great job game planning for Alabama. And Nick Saban admitted to it, and he alluded to it in the press conference. He said that they showed a lot of different things on the defensive side of the ball that they hadn't seen all year. And so did the offense. So Dabo Swinney and his staff did a great job, bro, coming up with a game plan just for Alabama. Right. I mean, they say they saw stuff in that game that Clemson never showed in the last 2 years. All season long. They went back and watched games from 2 years ago, and they say the stuff that they did in that game, they haven't seen. So just a testament of
when you say not close,
people got six national championships, man. Or no, I think they got more than that.
Under Saban era.
They got 5 for Saban by itself, and Bear Bryant, I don't know, I forgot how many he got.
I ain't talking about the Bear Bryant. Well, right.
Through the program history. Clemson only got 3 in the history.
Well, Clemson is from a history standpoint, no.
That's what I'm saying. So over the last 10 years, either they're not close.
They're not. They're gaining ground.
They're 3 away. So they're not close. But over the last 4
years.
4 years, you could say it's arguable.
Yeah. They're 2-2.
Yeah.
They're 2-2.
I think that coming into this game, I thought that nobody, like, if you talk to the average fan,
they didn't give Clemson a shot.
I mean, I think I probably talked to about 20 people. I don't think not one of them said they thought Bama was going to lose this game.
No.
So, but if you watch Clemson all year long.
And Dabo got some slack all year. Remember, he had Kelly Bryant at quarterback.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of media press coverage out there talking about when he, benched Kelly Bryant for Trevor Lawrence. And Kelly Bryant got benched when he didn't have an injury. He just put Trevor Lawrence in there because what he's observing in practice. And his famous speech was, "This isn't middle school."
Right.
And so a lot of those people now, I made this post I did on Twitter. No offense to Kelly Bryant, but where y'all at now? This guy's now a national champion. His team has won it with Trevor Lawrence at quarterback, looking like a top premier quarterback for college football. It's looking like that decision was, for his program, winning the national championship, a great decision.
Right.
Nothing against Kelly Bryant as quarterback.
And just watching the game, I mean, what the hell was Saban thinking about on the fake field goal?
I don't know what the fuck he was doing.
He said in a press conference somebody forgot somebody missed the block. No, it looked like 4 or 5 people missed the block. Terrible play call. And then it was on 4th and 6. I can say if it was 4th and 2, 4th and 3, 4th and 6, that's what you call? You might as well have kept 2 on the field.
If you were going to be all that.
That clearly showed me that Saban panicked. He knew that they couldn't stop them people. Yeah. He knew that Brent Venables was doing a great job dialing it up and confusing them, and they couldn't get nothing going on offense. These people got shut out in the second half. People ain't scored a point in the second half. and by the way, this was the first time since 2011 that Alabama didn't get a turnover or a sack in the game. So that just go to show you right there, Clemson just whooped these people all the way around the board. And all 3 phases, special teams. And Bama, I mean, your kicker is he's terrible. He's terrible. I mean, even on the kickoff, he trying to sky kick, he kicks it out of bounds. Now you give Clemson the ball on the 35. It just was a lot of unforced errors that was going on with Bama on Monday night.
Here's what I'm thinking is, when you're looking at Alabama and you're watching the game, at some point in time, you got to realize that when you're being dominated, especially your defensive line was being dominated. Like I said, that left guard and that left tackle was dominating you on the other stuff. Number 49 was just get pancaked on Alabama defensive line. They did nothing to really kind of get any support to that situation there. And they did nothing really to get pressure on Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence typically had a pocket to really, when he wanted to throw the football, he was able to do that the way he wanted to do it. At some point in time, man, look, send a blitz, send a corner blitz, you got to do some disguising yourself.
Right.
Nothing that you did was trying to keep Clemson off their heels on trying to. And then on offense, the inconsistency, the running back inconsistency. Damian Harris come out there with a one drive. Josh Jacobs come out there with one drive. Najee Harris come out there with one drive.
But that's how they've been doing it all year.
I understand, but you're in the national championship, man. Go with the guy who's getting you the yards. Josh Jacobs, like he had one heck of a drive. And I'm like, man, let's just go with Josh Jacobs. It looked like his night. This is the game. He's looking at. He's an effective back. Stop rotating these guys out. I understand that's the way you've been playing all year, but right now this is the national championship, and this is how this shit is going. You go with this guy. Nothing against Damian. Nothing against Najee. Josh Jacobs looked like he's having his night. The inconsistency on offense was just, to me, the point where you couldn't get the first downs. You kept getting the ball back to Clemson, and that young man out of Jennings, Louisiana, was having his day. He was having his way with that team. And you saw the explosiveness. You saw every time you ran the ball between the left guard and the left tackle, there's 5-7 yards of play. I'm like, man, these people are getting shredded.
Right.
It's getting bad. Marty B says, Saban was horrible on 4th down all night.
I'll tell you who wasn't horrible. Clemson.
Clemson.
Clemson was 10 for 15 on 3rd down, 1 for 1 on 4th down. On the money down, these people kept the chains moving. And that's why Bama couldn't get off the field. That's why their D-line got tired. I mean, Bama, Quinnen Williams was looking very disruptive in that first quarter.
Right.
But they couldn't get off the field on 3rd down. And it slowed that pass rush down, which led to their offensive line being able to block their defensive front from Bama.
Right. I agree. I agree 1,000%. Now, Jimmy Swagger in the watch party says, bro, y'all from New Orleans, for real. That's a fact. That's just kind of how it goes, man. And at the end of the day, I'm sitting there looking at this game now. Here's my question to you, GSportz. My question for everybody tuning in right now live. Where do you put this 2018 Clemson team that won the national championship? A lot of people not giving them credit because they had some in their regular season. They had some hiccups. You know, they didn't really dominate Syracuse.
They went 15-0. Out of the 15 wins, 13 of the wins they won by 20 points or more. So Syracuse and Texas A&M were the only close games. So I mean, I think they dominated pretty much with a true freshman.
Right. Where are you putting this 2018 Clemson team amongst the best? I would say this century. I'm not going back in 1940, 1950. That just stay from 2000. Where are you ranking this team at? Because a lot of people, because every time a national championship team wins, it seems like, man, if they win in a dominating fashion, they want to talk about, oh, this is probably one of the best college football teams we've seen all century long. This is one of the best. I'm like, huh? It's like we become prisoners of the moment.
Right.
Where would you put Clemson at when you're talking about the 2018 Clemson team? Where are you putting them at as far as best college football teams this century?
They definitely not in my top 3. That Ohio State team with Zeke.
The 2012 Ohio State team.
With Zeke and all them boys and Michael Thomas. No, was Michael Thomas on that team?
Michael Thomas, Devin Smith.
Yeah. Lattimore and all them boys. They not better than that team.
Right. Malik Hooker and the list goes on.
Yeah, they not better than that team. I don't think they better than that. The first Clemson team that won a national championship with Deshaun Watson them. I don't think they better than that team.
Who he had receivers at Deshaun Watson? Was Sammy already in the league?
Yeah, Mike Williams.
Mike Williams, yeah.
Mike Williams.
Stephon Anthony was on that team?
I don't think Stephon Anthony was on the first team, I think. The one that lost.
The one that lost?
I think he was on that team. But this team shouldn't be talked about as far as like one of the best college teams ever. I mean, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Yeah, they went 15-0. They play in the ACC. Let's not forget about that. And yeah, they beat Bama by convincing fashion. But
because people was putting this Bama team up there like that.
But I think this is more about, Bama got all coached. I think this is now you want to talk about as far as like the coaching aspect of it. I could put that up there as one of the best performances I've seen in the last century. But far as like team talent wise, because at the end of the day, that Bama team had more talent than that Clemson team.
Agreed. I agree with you on that.
So I can't put this Clemson team up there with one of the best teams of the century. Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
People they're 15-0. They won a national championship. Yeah. And they're beating the Alabama team that everyone was trying to put in that category. People, if Alabama would have won this game, people would put Alabama in the category, hey, is this one of the best teams this century? And I'm like, I don't know. You go back to the 2012 Ohio State team. I don't know. You go back to the 2008 Florida Gators, the one that had both of the Pouncey brothers, Percy Harvin. I think Aaron Hernandez was on that team. Even some of the defensive players that had on that football team that were first-round picks, that 08 Florida Gators team. Obviously,
that Florida State team with Jameis Winston and Kelvin Benjamin and all of them.
Yeah.
You know, that team was pretty good, too. I don't think this Clemson team better than that team.
Yeah, you
they definitely not better than that Florida team with Tim Tebow and all of them.
Right.
Percy Harvin.
Percy Harvin.
Yeah, they're not better than that team.
They had Deontay Freeman on that Florida State team.
Yeah, they're not better than them teams.
And let's not be
that Auburn team with Cam Newton and Fairley.
Yes.
So.
Well, and let's not be prisoners of the moment. The 2005 Texas team that beat USC.
With Vince Young.
With Vince Young.
That team was pretty good too.
That team with Vince Young and that stout defense. A lot of defensive players went pro on that team. You know, a lot of them people don't want to talk about. You know, but Aaron Ross was a corner on that team. Michael Huff was a corner on that team.
Yeah.
You know, those guys had some talented players. I think. Who was his running back? Jamal Charles was one of the running backs on that football team. A lot of different, players. You know,
I don't want to disrespect this Clemson team like that. You know, I don't want to make it seem like that this wasn't a great team. It was, but saying this is one of the best teams in the last century,
it's too much.
I can't go that far.
And I'm not even here to even put them up against the 02 Miami Hurricanes. Let's just not be disrespectful. The 02 Miami Hurricanes team was just that team was just that was an unreal team. But it's kudos to Clemson. It's kudos to the team that they won. They're a good football team. Now, somewhere maybe in the next 2 or 3 years, we may be looking back and saying, man, listen, some of the players that came off of the scene,
right?
Kudos to them. But that Zeke team, they had Michael Thomas and Devin Smith in them, and a lot of those corners, and we talking about Joey Bosa, and they had Ryan Shazier and a couple of other players. And, I think Devin Smith, who's a lot. Listen, they had a lot of players,
right,
on the Ohio State team,
right.
It's too much. I know every time you get a new national champion, everybody wants to compare their season, especially if they was an undefeated team and they beat a great team that everyone wants to put in this category. But I need to calm down. And if you're on Twitter, I don't know what's up with the fire Saban tweets.
Stop.
Stop.
I'll tell you what, though. Clemson probably gonna win it again next year. I know people talking about Bama.
I gotta agree.
Probably gonna win it.
I gotta agree.
But dog, Justin Ross coming back, Higgins coming back, Etienne coming back, Trevor Lawrence coming back. They got a lot coming back.
Yeah.
So Etienne, they gonna be loaded again next year. You know what I'm saying? So I think Clemson. Now next year, we could be talking about this team. If they could come back and repeat. We might be talking about this team as one of the better teams because I'm sure Trevor Lawrence going to look even better. Justin Ross going to look even better. Etienne going to look even better. Higgins going to look even better. You know what I'm saying? So, and they got a nice recruiting class coming in. So, we're going to see.
I'm with you on this one. When you start looking at the situation, you start, man, I think this team really can be like that because you start looking at the whole piece of the puzzle. They could really be good. Now, P.J. Brown says this, Clemson good, but they're not in my top 5.
Right.
Not going to hype them up like they're one of the best ever, though. They might not be better than the Clemson team that won with Deshaun Watson.
They're not. Just said that.
Yeah. And that's not hard to dispute. I can't dispute you on that one because at the end of the day, that's kind of one of the cases. Like I said, this Clemson team is a really, really good team. But for them to really be like, yeah, man, this team, listen. There's a lot of good football teams that won a national championship, man.
Right.
And again, it's not one of those things where say this team, you don't want to try to not make their place or try to be mindful but disrespectful. But man, when you start really looking at some of the teams that really won it and some of the players that came from that team,
right?
Man, bro. Again, they got something to talk about. They got something to. If they can repeat this act, if Clemson can really do this, maybe a couple of times, then you say, man, listen. We saw something special in 2018.
Right.
But, man, it's way too early. It's way too early to be trying to put this Clemson team in the midst of, hey, are they like that? or they one of the best college football teams of all time.
I tell you what, it felt so good to see Bama and Nick Saban go down and lose in dramatic fashion like that. I love seeing it because you people that think the SEC and Alabama is invincible, like they can't lose, and it's the SEC. It's just different. Anybody else going against the SEC, they can't compete. Stop talking stupid. Stop talking stupid. All you people that laughed at me when I put it all on Twitter and on Facebook that I thought Clemson was going to win this game because I thought they was the more balanced team, go play in traffic. Go play in traffic.
You being polite. Be Derrick Rose about it.
Just saying, man. I'm just saying. You gotta look. I mean, and every time, I'm tired of this too. Every time an SEC team lose, people got all these excuses.
They don't play in the SEC. They don't play in the SEC. So this team, can they play in the SEC? Can they go through the gauntlet of the SEC? Man, stop.
Georgia gets whooped. You know what everybody's excuse was? Oh, they wasn't motivated. They wasn't playing for nothing. I mean, every time an SEC school lose, y'all got all these excuses. Excuses are just like assholes. Everybody got one, and they all stink. You got to stop it. Whole SEC schools accountable.
That's it.
That's what you got to do.
That's it.
Certain schools around the country cannot compete with these SEC schools. I agree. But they got certain schools that can. The Ohio States. The Clemsons. I even think that from a talent standpoint, the Florida States and the Miamis can hang with SEC schools.
They can recruit those type of kids. They can get those
kids.
And every now and then, depending on how Texas is playing, they can play with those programs.
Yeah.
If Texas get the right 5-star couple of guys and then the right coaching, they can compete. So don't get off this thing that, hey, when the SEC loses, can Texas play in the SEC? Doesn't matter. When they finally faced up, it's always the case of, well, LSU got to go through Alabama, they got to go through A&M, they got to go through Arkansas, they got to go through Ole Miss, they got to go through Auburn.
Man, you beat somebody 44-16 and hold them under their average of 40 points a game. Alabama was averaging 40 points a game, and they held them under that to 16 points. Don't even say nothing disrespectful and stupid and idiotic like, can they play in the SEC? What the hell are you talking about? Nobody in the SEC came close but Georgia to these people this year. So let's stop talking so stupid and ignorant and stop being so naive and blind and just not being educated on college football, and stop going off the history of the SEC and stop saying stuff like nobody can compete with the SEC. Is the SEC the best conference? Yes, they are.
Yes.
But there are certain programs throughout this country that can win in the SEC and beat SEC schools on a regular basis. And Clemson proved it on Monday night.
And Clemson is proved it on Monday night. And Clemson is proved
Dabo is 2-2 against Alabama.
That's not speculation.
2-2. And to be honest with you, he really should be 3-1. Last year they got mollywopped in the semifinal game, but the first time Clemson played Georgia, I feel like they should have won that game. Kenyon Drake ran the kickoff return back right after halftime.
Right.
And then the onside kick.
The onside kick, yep.
Deshaun Watson threw it for 410 yards.
But the first time they played.
Yeah. He threw it 400 yards the next time. So, Clemson really should be 3-1 against these people. But that's neither here nor there.
Right.
So let's just stop talking stupid. So hopefully Clemson got the respect they deserve, and people start showing them that the same respect they show Bama and the rest of these schools in the SEC. Look, Clemson is just as good.
He's just as good.
And like I say, I think they're going to repeat as national champions next year.
Listen, the way they recruit classes coming in, and a lot of the true freshmen who played this year, and again, a lot of those players are coming back. Listen, if you're thinking that they're not going to be the team to beat, I know that Alabama's going to be a highly recruited team. They're going to be, obviously, they're bringing a lot of talent too. But if you think Clemson ain't the team to beat, you're foolish.
I mean, Bama going to be in it, though.
They're going to be there. They're going to be there. Clemson and Alabama are going to be the two teams that you got to look at from a recruiting standpoint and figure out, this is who you got to beat to try to compete for the national championship. Oklahoma going to probably take a step back. They're going to have a new quarterback. Ohio State may take a step back. They're going to have a new quarterback. Michigan, you're losing coaches to Ohio State by the second.
I don't know what the hell's going on with that. Michigan just hired
coordinator from Alabama.
Josh Gaddis. That's crazy. Josh Gaddis took the job at Maryland earlier in the day. 4 hours later, he leaves Maryland. I'm gonna holler at y'all, and I'm going to be the OC at Michigan. It's crazy. It's crazy business.
Crazy. Shifting gears.
Phenomenal coach, by the way, too.
Shifting gears a little bit. I want to talk about underclassmen because we talk about college football before we talk about NFL football. Some of the underclassmen that's coming out. A lot of things are being talked about. You know, obviously the Nick Bosa's. You got the Dexter Lawrence's coming out of the Quentin Williams out of Alabama. The Dexter Lawrence out of Clemson.
Quentin Williams ain't declared yet, though.
I highly doubt that he won't.
He said in his little interview that he might come back. Because your boy Davis, 99, big 99. Raekwon Davis, whatever his name is. I forgot how you pronounce his first name, but the last name Davis. He played on the D-line with him. He announced today he's coming back. And they got this guy going like top 20 in the draft.
Right.
So I think they got a sour taste in their mouth about how they lost the national championship and they won't come back. That's why Wilkins came back for Clemson.
He's coming back for Clemson. Obviously, you're going to have, Greedy Williams. Mm-hmm. No announcement from Devin White yet.
He got till Monday.
Dwayne Haskins announced that he's going pro out of Ohio State. Mm-hmm. But the biggest talk of everyone is the Heisman Trophy winner, Kyler Murray. Mm-hmm. Obviously signed a big deal, 9th overall pick, for the Major League, for the Oakland A's, but flirting with the idea of becoming a pro quarterback at the pro level, going to the NFL draft. Now that you got some news, with the team with the first overall pick. We'll talk about that later in the show. But what is your take on some of these underclassmen, where you think they can fall? And what is your take on the Heisman Trophy winner possibly declaring for the NFL draft? Is that a good idea for him at all?
I think that Kyler Murray should really test the waters of the NFL. I think he's really good. I think he has a great chance to go in the top 3 rounds. I don't think he's going to go first round. They're going to probably bring his height into it and things of that nature, but I think he can definitely go in the 2nd or the 3rd round. And I think he could definitely be in the mix to be either a starter or a backup quarterback in the NFL. I think he's a gamer. He's been a winner all his life. I've been watching him since he's been in the 9th grade. Mm-hmm. They said he wasn't going to be able to do it in high school at Allen High School, who is one of the premier high schools throughout the country in Dallas, Texas. Right. He won 4 state championships. I think he lost 1 game in 4 years in high school. Then they said, well, he's too small. He ain't going to do it in college. He go to A&M. He played a little his freshman year, a little spot time, transferred to Oklahoma. They say he's not going to do it. He's not going to be able to lead this team. He did it. Got him to a 14 playoff, put up 34 points on an Alabama defense, played a phenomenal game, threw for over 300 yards, over 100 yards rushing, accounted for 4 touchdowns. Won a Heisman. I mean, what more you want? Now they saying they don't think he could do it in the NFL. And I think this kid is such a gamer and such a student of the game and so talented, I think he can go to the NFL and be a really good really good NFL quarterback. I even think, and I think it was Stephen E. or one of the NFL analysts said this, they think he could be better than Lamar Jackson. And I kind of feel the same way because his ability to be able to throw that ball and how accurate he is and his mental.
Now, here's the question. A lot of people grade him as a first-round selection. If you're an NFL GM.
I'm not picking him in the first round. Now, the only way I'm picking him in the first round, if I'm a team and I don't really need a quarterback, the Cowboys or Green Bay,
New England. They don't have a backup.
New England, the Texans. If I don't really the Chargers.
Right.
If I know
Chargers could be a good fit because Phillip Rivers is kind of maybe 1 or 2 more seasons left.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Someone like that. Well, I know he ain't got to come in right away. I probably would draft him in the first round, but I think he's gonna go in like the 2nd or 3rd round.
Right. You get a lot of press coverage and you get a lot of national attention about Kyler Murray and the things that he's accomplished at Oklahoma. Obviously, Baker Mayfield being first overall, coming out of Oklahoma. Being coach under Lincoln Riley there. Then you got the Kyler Murray. So, man, listen, look what he did there. Can he do something similar? I look at it this way. When I look at a quarterback, listen, I think at the high school level and the college level, talent can win at quarterback.
Right.
At the pro level, talent is on display through the fundamentals of the game. You can be talented, but you still have to have the fundamentals of the position to really win at this position, at this level. You got to be a freak of nature. And the only freak of nature guy I've seen that really can play that position and dominate the way he did at the collegiate level and at the pro level and not be formal was Michael Vick.
Right.
That guy was able to do it. The way he went at Virginia Tech, the way he went at the pro level. Athleticism all day long. Other than that, you got to be one of the fundamentals. And I think he can do it, but I can't make him my first round selection. Meaning that I think that he would have to go to a team like the San Diego Chargers, where he have to sit a season and learn the system of the game and see how to win at this level from the pocket. Or he would have to go to a team like Russell Wilson's situation.
Right.
Go to a great defensive team, go in there, win the job, have a great running back, which he had in Marshawn Lynch, and the offense isn't predicated on him having to win. It's just making sure that he can make a couple of plays in there and manage the offense, while that defense can be all world. Because that Seattle defense that won the Super Bowl, people don't understand.
Right.
The team held people to 13 points a game. They won the lowest yards. They're a top 5 historic defense. That team that won the Super Bowl. If he's in one of those situations, then I can see how you could take a Kyler Murray. But if you're a team that's looking to pick a quarterback and start immediately, you know, because you got a guy who you think is not the guy, that's not a situation for Kyler Murray coming to the NFL. Because his intangibles, the measurables of being 5'9", is it kind of against him? Yes. But he's going to have to learn how to take his talent and win fundamentally from the pocket. And that's going to take an adjustment. He would have to have a great defense, kind of like how Dak Prescott was. When he kind of got to Dallas, they had drafted Zeke. He was able to run the football. Their defense wasn't so great, but their offensive line was stout, meaning that Dak Prescott was just able to not be their best player. He was able to make a play here and there, make a play there, and it was able to survive. He has to go to one of those kind of situations. I think you can't draft a guy.
I gotta disagree with you on that. I think Kyler Murray can go to any situation and thrive because the type of kid he is. You know, Dak Prescott came into the NFL as a, you know, he wasn't known as a rocket arm thrower. He wasn't known for his accuracy. He was known because he was a winner. He was a big quarterback. Yeah, he had a strong arm, but he wasn't that accurate. And he ran a offense that didn't translate to the NFL. Kyler Murray can make all the throws. He's smart. He can dissect the defense. He gets it. He has a football mind. He's a film junkie. And he's athletic. He can run. He can get out the pocket. He can extend plays with his legs. He can take it 80 at any given time. This kid can thrive in the NFL. I really believe that. I think that he can go to the NFL and really be a good starting quarterback and take a team to the playoffs. Now, am I saying I think Kyler Murray can go there and be a superstar in the NFL? I'm not saying that, but I do think he can go to the NFL and be a really good starting quarterback.
Meaning, like, if you put him in a Cincinnati Bengals uniform right now.
Yeah. Him, A.J. Green, Tyler Eifert, mix it in the backfield.
I think he's a heck of a football player.
I'm telling you. I can't count this kid out. I can't count him out. I'm sorry. Just the stuff that I've seen him do all throughout his football career, he gonna figure it out. I mean, look at the Bama game. First quarter and a half, Bama was giving him hell.
Yeah.
You could tell he started to figure it out and he started getting comfortable. I feel like that's how he gonna get when he get to the NFL. It's gonna be an adjustment period. It's always an adjustment period for everybody.
Right.
But this kid is so much of a gamer and so much of a competitor and so much of a football junkie that he's gonna figure it out and he's gonna continue to get better. That kid is gonna go down as one of the biggest competitors we've ever seen play the quarterback position.
In college.
And the NFL if he decides to really go to the NFL draft. I'm telling you, that kid will do whatever it takes to win.
Now, when you look at some of these prospects, Haskins gonna probably be a top prospect. I've never seen Daniel Jones out of Duke play yet, being regarded highly regarded quarterback. I've seen Drew Lock. Looks good. You know,
He probably got the strongest arm out of everybody.
Right, out of Missouri. Where would you put Kyler Murray? Behind those three guys?
I think Kyler Murray better than all them quarterbacks.
From a pro position?
Yes. I think he's better than Haskins. I think Haskins is extremely overrated. I think that just go to show you how bad this class is for quarterbacks this year. For Haskins to be the #1 top-ranked quarterback coming into this draft, they talking about this kid probably going top 5. They talking about the Giants probably going to pick him.
I think it's a mistake.
Listen, Haskins, do I think he's a bad quarterback? No, I don't. But this kid should not be going in the top 10 of the draft. Yeah, I mean, who are we kidding?
We agree on that.
Who are we kidding? I mean, somebody gonna make a mistake and pick him early like that, and he's gonna be. I'm telling you, it's gonna be a mistake. He's not that kind of quarterback.
I would agree with that. I would definitely agree with
that. He does have some upside, but that kid is not ready to go top 5 in this draft. I'm sorry. I would pick Kyler Murray before I pick Will Grill, Locke, all of them. I'll pick Kyler Murray for all of them. I think he's that good. I think he's going to go to the NFL and thrive and learn and figure it out and be one of the better quarterbacks in the NFL.
Well, and again,
I think he can do that. Especially if he concentrates solely on football.
Well, again, that's gonna be the other part. You got to sit and ask yourself, how much is he's invested into baseball? Because here's the deal: if I'm picking a quarterback and I want him to be my guy, no offense to him have interest in baseball, but no, no. You got to be my guy, and I can't make that investment in you now. If I'm picking you in the later rounds in the draft, then so be it. You can maybe flirt with that idea. But
right.
If I'm making you a first round selection, then no offense to your baseball career, I need you invested here.
Right.
That's just what the bottom line is. It ain't going back and forth. I think Kyler Murray he could be very good. I think but again, his fundamentals, his talent got to show throughout the fundamentals of the game. I think that if I'm picking him in the later rounds, where teams like the Chargers will need a quarterback at some point in time in the future, a team like the Pittsburgh Steelers could be picking a quarterback, because I think when you start looking at that 04 class, that Big Ben, Phillip Rivers, Eli Manning, that class. Listen, that class is coming to a close. This Saints class, the Saints won the Super Bowl. Nothing against Teddy Bridgewater and these different guys, but Drew Brees got another season left or two. You don't know what you got there. Teddy Bridgewater may take a job somewhere. That could be an opportunity somewhere. I'm looking at teams that if he don't have to come in and start immediately, meaning he don't have to start week 1.
Right.
If he had to start maybe like week 5, week 6 due to an injury or something, by all means, yeah, I think that looks good. But if he had to go ahead and start week 1, like I think the Giants are probably looking for, or if a team like the Cincinnati,
I don't think the Giants gonna ask him to come and start week 1. I think Eli start the season off again. Depending on how the first 6 games go,
right,
they're gonna keep Eli in, or then they might put Kyle in after 6 games, depending on what their record is. But I'm telling you, man, I believe in that kid Kyler Murray. I just think that he can go to the NFL and really thrive. I really believe it. I'm sorry, this is the worst quarterback class that we probably have seen in the last decade. That's how bad this quarterback class is for this year.
There's one worse, but I think this is probably second. The year that Xavier Lee came out of Florida State,
who was all in that class?
Him and Matt Barkley.
But they were looking at Matt Barkley. They thought Matt Barkley was gonna be
like that.
The next Carson Palmer with the pretty blonde hair. Look like he could be on a Gillette commercial. Yeah, they had Matt Barkley
up there. But what I'm getting at is, I think Xavier Lee out of Florida State was the only first-round selection quarterback. And Matt Barkley was the 4th-round pick to the Eagles. I can't even remember who got picked in between.
I didn't even know Xavier Lee went first round.
He went first round to the Buffalo Bills. That was the only first-round pick that draft. I forgot what.
Oh man, you talking about E.J. Manuel?
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about.
I'm like, I don't remember no Xavier Lee going on first round. You talking about E.J. Manuel? Okay. Yeah, that was a bad quarterback class. Yeah. That was a bad quarterback class.
Xavier Lee was a couple of years prior to him.
Yeah. I don't think Xavier Lee got drafted.
No, he didn't. He played quarterback at Florida State, but no, it was E.J. Manuel. E.J. Manuel went first round. Matt Barkley went 4th round. And I can't remember who got picked in between. But that's the last quarterback class of recent memory I can think of.
Right.
Because when you got a 1 first-round pick who didn't even pan out to the Buffalo Bills, I can't remember any quarterback coming out of that class.
Right.
I don't remember one.
Right.
But outside of that, I think this class here is a lot of speculation. I don't know who Daniel Jones is. I haven't watched the Duke game and said to myself, is he worth a top 10 selection? Dwayne Haskins, I think someone's gonna make a mistake. I think he should probably return and go another season at Ohio State. Drew Lock is a solid selection. I think somebody takes him. I think he got a guy. Kyler Murray, depending on, to me, situation. After that, Will Greer, he got to really be in the right situation. I think he can throw it. I think he can sling it. But some of the tools ain't all there. But then again, he's a gamer. I don't think Will Greer is that bad of a guy. I just think that when you start looking at class is not the class at that position. This class is the D-line class. That's just the nits and grits of this class. The running back class is gonna take a hit this year. It's not a very stout class. I think people have Iowa State. I think David Washington. I think the highest rated back. I think the guy out of Ohio State is probably rated up there kind of high. Mike Weaver. I think he's rated kind of high, but this quarterback class and this running back class or it's not as permanent as the previous classes. That's just how I see it. I don't see it as being as dominating or as a physical force as in most people may have.
My sleeper out of the quarterbacks in this class, though, I think that, could surprise some people. I mean, he's very, very raw. The kid Tyree Jackson out of Buffalo. Got a strong arm. Yeah. You know, he's 6'7". He threw for over 3,000 yards this season, and he might have. I think he might have a stronger arm than what his name is, Locke.
Yeah.
Tyree Jackson is an intriguing prospect. I mean, I wouldn't pick him in the top 3 round. I'd probably pick him like in the 4th round or something like that. But he has a lot of upside, a lot of potential. But he's just so goddamn raw. He ain't nowhere near ready to run no damn NFL team.
Right.
But I think out of all the underclassmen, one of my favorite prospects, and I can't wait to see who ends up landing him. I think the Saints could possibly be a good destination for him. I don't know. It's probably going to depend on how he tests. Akeem Butler from Iowa State. He's about 6'3", 6'4", something like that. He caught for over 1,000 yards this season, like 9, 10 touchdowns. He set a record for Iowa State for receiving yards. I like this kid, man. Very strong, physical receiver. Catches the ball at his highest point. I think he could be a real sleeper in his draft. I don't think he's going to be a first-round pick. I think he might see him go 2nd, 3rd round. But I think that's somebody to keep an eye on out of all these underclassmen. In my mind, Akeem Butler from Iowa State.
Yeah, he's a solid guy. Then there's another guy, I think out of Arizona State, who plays receiver too.
Yeah.
I can't never get it pronounced.
Harry.
I can't pronounce his first name properly, but he's going to be a solid receiving prospect.
Metcalf from Ole Miss. He had the neck injury this year.
A.J. Brown. You know, they're gonna be. There's gonna be some receivers in this class.
Marquise Brown from Oklahoma, sly guy.
Yeah. They're gonna be some players in this draft. They're gonna have some players that are gonna play. And again, they're gonna have some other guys that's coming, out of the underclassmen ranks. That's like I said, Greedy Williams. There's gonna be obviously a few guys got Quentin Williams got to see if he's gonna do something. And you got Devin White. I think is probably most people like what they're waiting on. They want to see if Devin White can come out here and say, look, if he go pro way, he can shake up the draft.
I mean, I understand, you want to come back and try to win a national championship and win that natty, bro. I get it. And, but, dude, these people got you going top 5 in the draft. I mean, I just, you just can't risk that.
I can't risk it.
You can't risk it, bro.
I'm a player, if I'm a
you can't. You can't risk that. I mean, if I'm A. Orgeron, I know y'all want him back, but top 5, I can sit there saying like they got him going like in the 1st round, the later part of the 1st round. Maybe I can understand it a little better. They got you going top 5.
You got to take it.
Top 5.
You got to take it because an injury can.
Man, I'm out of there. I'm out of there. I'm gone. Holla at you.
You got to take it because an injury can happen, man, and all this is gone.
I know you got the insurance policy, though. That $2 million insurance policy.
Yeah,
still.
But
his people must be breaded up, bro. Gotta be breaded up. Got to be. Got to be. To be playing Russian roulette like that with your future?
Yes.
I'm not going to play Russian roulette with my future. I'm sorry.
I'm not going to do it.
I'm out of there. Out. I'm out. Holla.
Maurice Claret style?
Championship. I'm gone. I'm out of there. Sorry. Taking the bag. I won't get that bag.
I got to get taken.
I got to get that bag.
Listen, a guy his caliber, his play, I'm not staying. I'm not risking the injury to this program. You get this program whatever you need to give them. You played every game possible that you can play. You played in your bowl game. You did what you do. I know you love LSU, but here's the facts. You did what you can do for the program. If they want to compete for a national championship, there's nothing wrong with that. Let them go out there and let them. There's a lot of guys on that team that's gonna be coming back and wish them guys well. But you got to go do what's best for you in your football career. Right. Not just for your football career, because you can have an injury here, and trust me, all this is over. You may still become a pro football player, but it's not the same selection,
right?
The same round,
right?
And people are gonna start looking at you as, is he the same player? Man, forget all that. Go out, get the bag.
Right.
Get the bag. Let me go help my football.
Chase the bag. Sit on the mother. Moving on. And that's college football year. It was a great year. But we got to move on. Pro football. We had the WildCard round, G. WildCard round this past weekend. Man, did we have some games. We had the Chargers against the Ravens. We had the Colts going to Houston. We had Seattle going to Dallas.
And then finishing our off, we had the Eagles with the Bears. What's your biggest memory of WildCard weekend? What do you take of some of the winners heading into now the division round? Recap some of these games that we got going on here.
Any given Sunday, man, you think you got these teams figured out, and you think, oh, they the better team on paper, they should win, and it don't happen like that. I mean, kudos to the Indianapolis Colts. Andrew Luck and Frank Wright. You go to Houston and play against them people with a bunch of no-name people that nobody never heard of. Mack, the running back, who is that? Nobody knows him. The receiving coach other than T.Y. Hill, nobody know these people.
No one knows Justin Rogers is.
Yeah, on defense, you got this kid, Leonard, from South Carolina State, the rookie flying all over the place. Nobody know who he is. These D linemen, nobody know who these people is, man. And for them to go in there and win, I think they was up 21-0 at one time.
21-0 at half.
21 zap.
Could have been 28-0.
They went in there with it on their mind. It was a surprise. I thought for sure the Texans was gonna win that game. I thought they was the better team, but it didn't pan out like that. The Eagles going to the Bears on the road. Nobody gave the Eagles a chance. I know I didn't. I thought they was gonna tear Nick Foles alive. Now Nick Foles looked abysmal in the first half, but he got it together. The Eagles found a way to win. And Parky, I mean, bro, the kicker. I know you're on suicide watch. If you live in the city of Chicago, I would hope that you would be moving, because I know people are sending you death threats. But that's what happens every year. It come down to that kick, that field goal kick, and that's a lot of pressure on some of these dudes. And these dudes can't handle it, and he obviously couldn't handle it. I mean, I know they came back and said somebody tipped the ball, and they ruled it a block. But why are you getting a line drive on the kick anyway? You're supposed to be getting that arch on the kick. And if you do that like you're supposed to, that doesn't even happen.
Cody Parkey missed 7 field goals in the regular season and 3 extra points.
Exactly. And that was what I was about to say. The writing been on the wall. So when he missed that field goal, because I'm watching him before he kicked the first one when he made it, before they called a timeout. And I'm watching, I said, dawg, this dude looks super nervous. I tweeted it. I said, he looks super nervous. I said, dawg, watch this dude mess around, miss this kick. And that's what happened.
Listen, I went live. I did a video. I recorded it when it happened. I said, he's about to miss this kick. A lot of y'all seen it. A lot of it's over 3,000 views right now on our FanView live page. I said, he's about to miss this kick. And guess what happened? Boom. I said, he shanks it. He shanked it. Bang. I said, I called it. He's about to miss this kick. The pressure looked too big for him. And again, if you follow Cody Pecker, he started off in Philadelphia. I think he ended up going to Cleveland at one point in time. Then he ended up in Chicago. Mm-hmm. Why he's been on 3 different teams?
Why does he still have a job? You missed that many field goals this year?
Exactly.
What y'all thought this was just going to erase?
Go away.
Coach Nagel, man.
No, that's not how that works. That's not how that works. And at the end of the day, and I looked at it, I said, man, look, he's about to miss that kick. And that's what he did. He missed the kick, And some people saying, listen, you should have tried a little more on that third down, try to score on that play. Trubisky just threw the ball in the end zone to see if he could take a shot. I know y'all really wanted him to really try, but again, that was the right football play. The right football play was kick the field goal. You got the big return from Tyreek Cohen. You had the big play by Allen Robinson to get the field goal range. Mm-hmm. This was the right call. He just had to make the kick. Mm-hmm. He didn't do it. Pressure was too big. Lights were too bright. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, I don't see how Cody Pecky comes back as a Bear. I don't see how he comes back to most teams unless there's a bunch of injuries that happen.
He handled it like a pro when they interviewed him. I will say that.
Give him that. He handled it like a pro should handle it. But man, it's a bad moment. You start saying if he's your kicker, the team, I'm going to have the game in my quarterback hands. Because nothing against him, but he can. I can't let this be a factor. Win, lose, or draw.
Right.
If he has to make this kind of field goal.
Right.
He handled like a pro, but it cost the team to advance. But I did pick the Eagles. Actually, I picked all the teams that won. I picked the Eagles. I picked the Colts.
I didn't.
I picked the Chargers, and I picked.
I picked the Chargers.
I picked the Chargers, and I definitely I picked Dallas. I picked Dallas at home. Seattle's coming in there. I looked at the way teams are playing going into the playoffs. John Harbaugh. I'm gonna be honest with you. Nothing against Lamar Jackson. I think Lamar Jackson's your future quarterback. I think Lamar Jackson's the guy going forward. But when he was 2 of 8, with 17 yards and an interception at halftime. You're down 12. It's 12-0. I can't not let this game continue. And not to say that Joe Flacco is my franchise guy. Doesn't mean that he's Joe Montana. Doesn't mean I'm going to win this game. But he's 2 of 8, 17 yards, and an interception. And I got a healthy guy who I won a championship with. I got to give this man an opportunity to give me these next 2 quarters. I got to do it. It doesn't mean that LaDewan Jackson's not my guy. It doesn't mean I'm not releasing Joe Flacco at the end of the season. It doesn't mean that. It just means that I'm coaching my team and I got to win this game. Lamar Jackson, he didn't look prepared. He didn't look prepared for that game. The way the Chargers were playing, the way they were scouting some things. Now some people was at me, but man, look, he came back, he threw 2 touchdowns. So many people down 23-3.
I mean, but I gotta disagree with you, bro. You saying he wasn't prepared. I think it was more so about them not having him prepared and not implementing the right type of game plan to go against these people on Sunday. First of all, the offensive line didn't give him no time to block. I mean, no time to go through his progressions. I mean, he was running for his life. I mean, as soon as he hiked the ball, it was in his face. So that was one thing I thought that was bad. The offensive line just was terrible. And the second thing is they should have did a better job of getting him rolling out the pocket more in the first half, getting him, moving, being able to get out and use his legs to make plays down the field. They tried to make him a pocket passer, and your offensive line couldn't block these people, so you should have did things to get him on the perimeter to be able to either run or find somebody on the field, and I think that'll put more pressure on that defense and got Lamar Jackson more comfortable early on. So I think it wasn't that Lamar Jackson wasn't prepared. I just think Harbaugh and them did a terrible job of getting him prepared, and they implemented a bad game plan, and it caught up with him.
And again, if you're down 12-0, if that's your game plan, and that's what you want him to go execute, and he's not executing. Granted, offensive line not blocking. It's looking bad. But if he can't execute the game plan that you got going out there, and you're down 12-0, you got to put the guy in that can in this manageable game, which was Joe Flacco. Now, again, I'm not saying Joe Flacco to win the guy going forward. What I'm getting at is he could have maybe gave you a shot to win that game. Because you don't have the right game plan for his skill set. For his skill set, this ain't the game plan for him. And for me, when you see 2 of 8 and 17 yards, I'm like, man, you got to make a change. You got to make this is how you want him to play. He can't execute this game plan in this game at this magnitude at this moment. Go with Joe Flacco and see what you got and see if you can advance the game. You revisit this conversation if you win. But you can't let him try to go out here and still try to play this way and think that you're about to win. You can't do that if you're coaching. It doesn't work.
I wouldn't have put Flacco in. I'm not putting Flacco in. I wouldn't. I'm a rider. I was gonna ride and die with Lamar Jackson.
He did.
And they almost won.
They had 2 touchdowns.
And it almost came back to really. They almost came back and pulled off the impossible.
They tried to make it a comeback. They tried to make it a comeback as best as they could. They were down 23-3. They came with 2 unanswered touchdowns to make it on 27-23. And then you had the fumble by Lamar Jackson when they had the last drive, and I said that was it. And it was like, man. It went down. It went down as bad as it could. And I'm like, man, if that's my game plan, then he could be my guy at this moment in his career. He's a rookie quarterback. He has different skill sets, and they were trying to make him make plays in the pocket, and it was looking bad. I'm like, man, this is getting bad for Baltimore. They lost, which I'm not surprised of. Then you have the Colts going to Houston doing their thing. Then you have the Seattle Seahawks, losing to Dallas. Dallas went up 24-14. They had the big Hail Mary by Tyler Lockett, who got them in field goal range. Who actually they scored on that drive. But then I think if I recall right, they didn't get the offside kick or something like that, and they end up losing that game. But you got a divisional round coming up. Eagles got to come to the Saints. As much as I wanted the Bears to win so bad, I wanted Dallas to squeeze their wins.
We're gonna get them. We're gonna win the NFC Championship.
See, you on the same page as I am.
We're gonna get the Cowboys in the NFC Championship. It's gonna go down in the dome.
You on the same page I am. So the divisional round, you got the Chargers heading to Foxborough. You got the Colts heading to Arrowhead to the Chiefs. Dallas heading to Los Angeles, and the Eagles heading to New Orleans. So you got the Saints actually beating the Eagles.
I got the Saints beating the hell out of the Eagles. I think we're gonna blow these people out the water. I don't think it's gonna be close. I think that the Eagles are way over their head coming into this dome for the second time this year and thinking that they're a different team. That's what Doug Peterson was saying in the damn press conference. You know, he talking about, well, Wentz was our quarterback at that time. Lane Johnson was hurt. You know, we got Darren Sproles back and all this. And, you know, all that may be true.
Right. All they may have is place.
That still does not make y'all a better football team than the New Orleans Saints.
Right.
The only way y'all got a shot in hell to come in that dome on Sunday and try to pull off a victory, man, Drew Brees is going to have to be
injured,
looking like a shell of himself. He's gonna really have to look bad on Sunday, and it's not gonna happen in the dome. It's not gonna happen in the dome. Now, do I think that we're gonna beat them like we did last time? What the score was 48-7?
48. It's 48-7.
48-7. I don't think we're gonna beat them that bad, but I do think we're gonna win this game by 2 touchdowns or more. I do think that. I think we win it convincingly. I think that Nick Foles, you know, your little magic about to run out, your little potion, whatever the hell you got, your little 4-leaf clover in your back pocket, it's all about to come to an end on Sunday when you step in that goddamn dome. It's gonna be so damn loud that you're not even gonna be able to hear yourself think. The communication aspect of it.
You said they got a 4-leaf clover.
Yeah, that's what they've been having. All the stuff that you've been pulling off over these last month and a half of the season is all about to come to an end, baby. We're going to have a hand grenade waiting on you in a tunnel after you catch this L, and we're going to be moving on to the NFC Championship. All you people that think the Eagles even have a close shot to beat the Saints on Sunday, you need to go get checked out by a specialist. You must be on some type of medicine, because there's no way when you look at the Eagles roster and you look at how they barely got away with that win against the Bears on Sunday. Nick Foles, if you think you're going to come in the dome and play how you played in that first half and still be able to come out victorious in the end, you done lost your goddamn mind. It ain't going to happen. You turn the ball over against the Saints, it's going to turn into 21 points like that. So, their secondary with the kid Maddox and Sullivan, man, these kids ain't going to be ready to come in that dome and go against this potent offense. We about to throw at them.
Douglas.
It ain't going to happen. Malcolm Jenkins, you only can be in one place at one time. You're only one person. You can't be Superman on Sunday. At some point, Sullivan, Douglas, and Maddox, you will get torched. Maddox, you saw what happened to him on Sunday. He was being all aggressive in the first half, making good plays. What happened when they started doing it? Hitting it with double moves, and he started getting ate alive. You don't think Sean Payton and Drew Brees seeing that on film?
That was Mitch Trubisky and Allen Robinson.
Man, we're going to eat these people alive on Sunday, man. We're going to eat these people alive on Sunday. So I don't have a worry in the world. I don't want to sound too cocky, but that's I'm sorry, but they just made this role a whole lot easier to get to Atlanta, bro, by them coming to the dome on Sunday instead of Dallas.
I would say this. I don't think, like I said after I had discussion about the divisional round, I don't see how Philadelphia can come in here and win. Listen, I know you're going, you're 6 of the past 7 games, you're playing well, you're going to the playoffs with the right momentum. But the truth is, you only put up 16 points against the Bears. And you barely put up 16 points against the Bears. It wasn't like a decisive 16 points. You struggled to get to that point. Last time I recall, the Saints is going 35 plus points in the Superdome. This is what happens. Now, you can talk about how they played in Dallas. You can talk about how they played at Tampa Bay in Tampa Bay.
Right.
You can talk about all those things. The reality is, in that Superdome, they're the team to beat. And if you think for 2 seconds you about to come in the Superdome and not put up 30-some points and think you can come up victorious,
right?
It's not about to happen. Now I know Nick Foles, you got Josh Allen, at running back, and Golden Tate started getting a little more involved in the offense, and Alshon Jeffrey started to get him the ball a little bit more, and Zach Ertz, got your thing going, but it ain't enough. That
was another thing they were saying. They were saying that was Golden Tate's second game when he played the Saints. Man, I don't care about all that.
All that ain't gonna be factors, man. All that won't matter.
Boy, you're going to have so many black jerseys in your face on Sunday, you're not even going to be able to see Golden Tate.
It won't matter.
You might see 2 of them.
What's going to happen is the Saints are going to go up early. They're going to go up maybe 14, 17 points at some point in time in that game. That's when that game is over with. It's going to get out of hand. It's going to get out of hand fast. I know the Saints didn't go to the playoffs with the same expectation that people wanted to. Like, how their offense is looking. Defensively, they're still intact. Right. Disregard the Carolina game. Disregard week 17. I think players were playing just because they had to play a game, but they weren't playing that game seriously. They knew that they had clinched the first overall seed to playoffs.
Right.
Don't get fooled with Kyle Allen and what he done against the Saints' #1 overall defense. Don't take no credit for that. Them people were out there playing because they had to play a game and get a check. Them people already knew that. Guess what? I'm playing vanilla as I can because I need to go out here and have a game because everybody can't just see it. That's the situation. They're gonna come out there and they're gonna come out there and get pressure on Nick Foles, make him make some error throws, and that defense gonna show why it's one of the top defenses in the league. Offensively, Alvin Kamara gonna do exactly what he did last time. Mark Ingram gonna move the ball. Mike Thomas gonna be Mike Thomas, and they're gonna have a field day with these people in New Orleans.
Now, one key thing too that I am a little concerned about, and I've been looking for updates and stuff like that on Armstead. I'm hoping Armstead is healthy and we don't have to be shuffling our offensive line because the first time we played them, we did a good job blocking that front four with Fletcher Cox and Chris Long and Brandon Graham and them guys. You know, we did a good job blocking them. I don't even know if Drew Brees got sacked that game. So I know this second time around, they're going to have it on their mind to try to get more pressure on the quarterback. And I just hope that Teron Armstead is healthy and he's playing on Sunday because I haven't seen any updates. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe some of you guys on FanView that's watching in, y'all might know. But I haven't seen any updates on Teron Armstead. So because if we got to move Pete to the left tackle,
it changes everything up.
It changes everything up. So and that could change things for our offense because we all know you start getting pressure on Drew Brees like the Cowboys did, you mess around and have 13 points, 10 points under our average. So I hope Teron Armstead is healthy. He's been off for 2 weeks, so he should be. I hope he good to go.
And he said, King Kimmer said he's been limited all week.
Well, so
that's good enough for me.
Yeah, that's pretty much. He pretty much probably gonna play then.
He gonna play.
Yeah.
Now your take is the same thing I have. I got Dallas going to Los Angeles and beating the Rams. I like the way Dallas is playing. Not that they're playing heroic, that they're a Super Bowl team, but I like the way they went to the playoffs. I like the way Ezekiel is running. To me, the Rams, ever since Cooper Kupp had that injury, I haven't saw the same Jared Goff. I saw turnover Jared Goff. I saw a guy who took some sacks Jared Goff. Not to say that Cooper Kupp was their best overall receiver.
Right.
But I thought he had a real good connection on getting the football to him in certain situations to Cooper Kupp. That guy's not there in that offense. Robert Woods is still going to be somewhat effective. I think Brandon Cooks is an explosive guy. But I thought Cooper Kupp was the guy that he had the connection with. Now that he's out with ACL, I'm seeing a different Jared Goff. And I'm seeing Sean McVay call plays a little different. It's not the same, aggressive style that you saw early in the season. Offensively, I don't see the Rams. They took a step back these past 3 or 4 games going into the playoffs. Defensively, they're good on paper, but they're giving up a lot of yards. Not saying that Ndamukong Suh is a bust by any means. I just think that he hasn't had the talent or the penetration that you probably thought.
I just need some ice.
I don't think he had the same talent or penetration that they thought he was going to sign. They traded for Dante Fowler, put him at linebacker. He was an outside pass rusher for them. Michael Brockers has had a quiet season. Haven't heard much of his name. We already know about Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald is probably Defensive Player of the Year. Secondary-wise, Marcus Peters has taken some beatings. He's getting up some plays. Akeem Talib has been injured. Josh Johnson, who was a Pro Bowl snub to me, has had a decent season. But LaMarcus Joyner has not lived up to me the franchise tag bill that he got. What I'm getting at is there's some inconsistencies. And Ty Gurley, who's the guy who I think they're going to have to depend on going into this game, is something that I think he's a heck of a talent. He's a heck of a player. He's one of the top 3 backs in the league. But can the Rams depend on him in this game? I don't know. I just see Dallas going in there with that very good defense and playing them very similar to how the Bears played them and sneaking off a victory in Los Angeles.
I think the same thing. I think Dallas they hitting on all cylinders right now. That front four is getting pressure without blitzing. They playing good on the back end with Byron Jones and Uzier and Xavier Woods, and Van Der Esch and Jalen Smith. That tandem right there has just been playing out of their mind. I think that's gonna give the Rams a lot of problems, a lot of issues on Sunday. Offensively, I mean, the proof is in the pudding. You give Zeke 15 to 20 carries, you win the ball game because he's going to wear that defense down, and at some point he's going to get a crease and get long runs, and that's going to open up the passing game for them to find Amari Cooper and people like that down the field. So I think they win that game. It's going to be a close one now, but I think they win that game somewhere around the range of like 21-24, maybe 27-21, something like that. But I do think Dallas wins that game and advances to the NFC Championship against the Saints, and then gets their ass blown out by us in the NFC Championship we had on Atlanta.
That's what I'm thinking. I got the Dallas Cowboys going on the road and winning against Sean McVay and the Rams. Somehow, some way, Jason Garrett keeps his job. Obviously, you know, he keeps that job with the situation when you start looking at it. He keeps his job. Obviously, gets the NFC Championship game. Obviously, he's Jerry Jones, little puppet.
Yeah.
And that's how he feels. Okay,
Yeah.
I get to the NFC Championship. I'm here, and that's how it's gonna go.
Yeah.
Not to say that Dallas go. Now I know that a lot of Dallas fans go sit here and tune in and be saying to yourself, man, look, Jason Garrett got us to the NFC Championship game. Should I keep him? Listen, that's not fool yourselves. That's not think that you're a championship caliber team. That's not thinking that you're one game away from winning it all. No, you just about to go to Los Angeles and win a game. You come in the Warriors, you're getting your ass tattooed.
Yeah.
You get spanked.
Yeah.
And it won't be close. That's just what the bottom line is. Jason Garrett can give his job, and that's how that's gonna go. Now in the AFC, the Chargers, I think they had a great victories against the Baltimore Ravens, but I think it all comes to a close. I think I don't see the Chargers going to Foxborough and beating the Patriots. Now, and Tom Brady is not having the Tom Brady like year. He's not having the, oh man, he's top 3 playing in the season. He's MVP Tom Brady. He's not having that kind of season. But it's hard for me to bet against them in Foxborough when the team goes to play them in Foxborough. I got the Chargers losing that game. Patriots going to advance to the AFC Championship. Now here's my upset. I got the Colts heading to Arrowhead and taking out Pat Mahomes and arguably your league MVP on the biggest stage out there. And the Colts advance to the AFC Championship and face the Patriots.
You got a good upset, man, but you got the wrong goddamn upset. The Chargers are going to be the ones that upset somebody this weekend. And I'm going to tell you why. Melvin Ingram and Joey Bosa is going to wreak so much havoc when they play the Patriots on Sunday. Tom Brady going to do a lot of tap dancing come Sunday. I promise you. He will be.
Akeem agrees with you. I think the Chargers going to win.
I'm telling you, he going to be frustrated on Sunday. Melvin Ingram and Joey Bosa are playing out their goddamn minds. These people are coming off their edge. And what they got on the back end with Derwin James, the first round pick from Florida State, and their secondary, Casey Hayward and them boys, man, them boys going to be ready. They going to be ready. And I still don't think Gronk is 100%. Gronk don't look like the Gronk like we know the Gronk to look. I think Gronk is playing at about 70%. So I think the Chargers, and they coming in with a lot of confidence, man. Then you got a good running back in Melvin Gordon who can catch out the backfield or run between the tackles. There's a touchdown waiting to happen. Could take it 8 at any given time. You got a veteran like Phillip Rivers who ain't afraid of nothing. He ain't afraid of nothing.
I gotta give Phillip Rivers.
Keenan Allen, Travis Benjamin. Then they just activated Hunter Henry from the PUP list. I'm pretty sure he probably ain't gonna have a big role in the game, but I'm pretty sure they got some packages for him.
Yeah.
I think that Chargers gonna come in here, man, and they gonna beat these people in Foxborough. I think they really got a good chance to win. I would not be surprised if they go ahead and win this game on Sunday.
I find it tough. I find it tough to see me.
Man, Phillip Rivers been waiting for his whole career.
Yeah,
he been waiting for this moment. When everybody talking about the top quarterbacks throughout the league, Phillip Rivers' name never comes up. This is his chance to put his name up there. He go into Foxborough and beat Tom Brady.
His own.
His name starts to get mentioned when you start saying Tom Brady, Drew Brees, Aaron Rodgers, Phillip Rivers. This is because everybody know, man, you submit your legacy not in a regular season. It's about what you do in the postseason. When you do stuff in the postseason and go somewhere like Foxborough
and win the game
and take down somebody like Tom Brady, T12, you gonna take down T12 and advance to the AFC Championship? You see, that's how. This is where legends are born. Man, Phillip Rivers about to go in there with his 10 kids. Oh, he got a nice tax write-off. He about to go in there with not a worry in the world. I'm telling you. Because everybody expecting him to lose. He going to go in there without...
I'm expecting him to lose.
Exactly. They going to go in there without a worry in the world, but them people going to go in there and bust them up.
I would say this.
Telling you.
I give Phillip credit. I heard the interview after the game in Baltimore. And how he was able to, in the interview, not most people just think about the game, they think about certain plays. That dude was talking about certain plays and certain situations. I'm like, this guy's studied the game. He really, really studied. He was talking about that in the interview, like on the field. I ain't talking about it's a press conference, the game was over. No, I'm talking about when he's interviewed on the field.
Right.
He is like that. I give him all the credit how he wants to break down the game. I just think from a team position, Anthony Lynn being his first time in this situation, can he really coach this type of game? All this is going to matter.
Right.
All this is going to matter. I'm not saying Anthony Lynn's a bad coach. I think it was a great hire for the Chargers. But it's the first time he's in this moment being coached against Bill Belichick and his crew. This is going to boil down to not just X's and O's and execution on the field. This is going to boil down to coaching. And this is where I think the Chargers are in the short end of the stick. But I would give this much credit. Gus Bradley, the DC down there, is in the Chargers. A heck of a defensive coordinator.
And what people don't understand is Gus Bradley, the one that created that Legion of Boom in Seattle. He started all that with Chancellor, and he's brought that same mentality to the Chargers. And that's why you see these people thriving the way they've been thriving. I'm telling you, bro, T12 in trouble on Sunday. He in trouble.
With all that being said, you got the Chargers.
Got the Chargers.
I got the Patriots.
I got the Chiefs.
Now you got the Chiefs in Arrowhead. Have Mahomes throwing that thing sideways. And I got that bad man, that other number 12.
I think Andrew Luck finally runs out.
Runs out?
Yes. At some point, you can't just keep winning with these no names. Come on, man. Come on, bro. You can't just keep doing that. And it was a nice run. You started off with 1-5, and you know,
10 of 11.
Y'all went down into the church and you had the preacher to put some oil on all y'all foreheads, and you turned your season around. It all comes to an end. And on Sunday, Arrowhead, a tough place to play.
Yeah.
They just got too many weapons on offense for the Colts to be able to try to stop me. Sammy Watkins, Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, Damian Williams running the ball good ever since Kareem Hunt, got put out the lead for kicking the hell out, field goal on the girl on the ground. Pat Mahomes he plays phenomenal at home.
Yeah, he does.
The defense, I think the defense is not where it should be.
Right.
But I think at home they do a good job. Chris Jones, Eric Berry leading that back end. I like Fuller. You know what I'm saying?
Fuller can make a play. Fuller give you a play or two.
Yeah, I think the Chiefs. I just don't see them losing this game. I just don't see it.
I got the Chiefs losing. Here's the thing. I'm big on momentum. I'm big on how you've been playing. See, when you win the last 10 out of your 11 games, that's a big deal. It's how you play. Now, Grant, like you said, you win with a bunch of no names. Eric Ebron, upset, looked like a bust. Dontrell Ingram was a former CFL player. Who is Chester Rogers? Who is Marlon Mack?
Who is he?
Who is he?
Who are you?
Who are you? On the opposite line, you can't name me a player that's not named Quentin Nelson. I know a few other guys. You got Ryan Kelly at center. You got a few other guys on the line. Who can you name? But see, this guy, number 12, what he has done since he became the first overall pick in 2012, all he did was to get to the playoffs, baby. First year as a rookie, got to the playoffs, got to the WildCard, lost. Second year, got to the Divsional Round, lost. Third year, got to the AFC Championship, lost. Fourth year, he had the injury 4 or 5 games in. In year 5, he didn't play at all. 6th year, back in the Divisional Round. All he does is just win, baby.
He's a winner. He's a winner, but he ain't gonna win on Sunday.
I got this game. Everyone looking at the coach, looking undermining. To me, Andrew Luck is the top ranked 3rd quarterback playing this year in the NFL. I got him that high. I got the Chargers. I got the Colts going into Arrowhead and surprises them. Even you, GSportz. Andrew Luck pulls off the impossible. It's going to be a shootout. 38, 35. With the no-namers.
But the no-namers.
The no-namers.
I got the Chiefs. I got the Chiefs winning this game in a close one. I got to win in 31-21.
The no-namers. T.Y.
31-21. Chiefs. Chiefs go ahead and meet up with the Chargers in the AFC Championship. It's a hell of a game. Come down to the wire. Chiefs prevail. Get to the Super Bowl.
In Atlanta. Chiefs versus Saints.
Chiefs versus Saints in Atlanta. Box office.
Box office.
Get your popcorn ready. I hope you done took off for work. You can be down there in Atlanta so we can paint the city black and gold. Because it's going diggity. It's going basement.
No doubt. Black Street style, baby.
That's how it's going.
Listen, I got the Colts upsetting everyone in their head. Everyone, you know, the Twitter go crazy behind Andy Reid again. You know, he goes bonkers. He ain't the guy. You know, you're going to have your mayhem there. I got the Chargers laying down against the Patriots. I got the Patriots versus your Colts. Ain't no offense, that's when the luck runs out. It's over, Andrew Luck. You can't keep doing this with slapdicks. With no names. Can't keep doing it.
So you got the Patriots going to the Super Bowl.
Patriots versus the Saints. And as a fan base,
that would be box office too.
That's box
Tom Brady versus Drew Brees.
Because here's the deal. We've been going back and forth with this now since these are the last two guys of their era. It was Brady, Brees, Manning. And my quarterback has already beat one of them for all the moments. We get to the biggest stage again. And he beats the other one.
Now that would be big for his legacy.
Legacy.
Yeah.
You can say that for a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
The two guys I beat in the Super Bowl was Tom Brady.
For his legacy purposes, if he could meet up with Tom Brady and beat him, now you could go ahead and say, man, I beat Brady and Manning in a Super Bowl. I'm 2-0.
I'm 2-0 against those two guys.
Stay woke.
Stay woke.
I like that. Because if he beat Pat Mahomes, everybody gonna say, well, he was young and he wasn't even in his prime yet. It's gonna be excuses.
Yeah.
He wasn't ready for the stage. That was the first time there. Yeah. You're right. You're right.
Beat Brady.
You're right.
Beat Brady.
You're right.
And then here's the good part about it, G. You're doing it in Atlanta. You know why it's so special in Atlanta? Because the Patriots beat Atlanta. And the Saints, we already know how that's our second home. Mm-hmm. And we go down in Atlanta in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
A nice stadium at that. Nice stadium. You did a good job, Arthur Blank. Great job.
And we go down there and we win that game. And you say to yourself, man, on the grand stage and all, Drew Brees may not have no NFL regular season MVPs. Let me tell you what he can say. He be two-time NFL Super Bowl champion. And he beat arguably two accomplished quarterbacks, what people want to say regular season and postseason, in their careers. For all the marbles. So does he need a regular season MVP? No, because he got the two awards that he needs.
And I'm gonna tell you something. Drew Brees, I promise you, bro. Drew Brees kept about winning the Super Bowl way more than he ever thought about winning the league MVP. I promise you that. He'd rather hold up that Lombardi trophy.
Facts.
And we're gonna do it. I'm telling you, bro. The way the Saints playing right now, bro. You know, I remember last year when I was watching the Eagles, and I just happened to be right when it happened because Carson Wentz got hurt. And Nick Foles was able to still prevail and lead them to the Super Bowl and win it. But I remember why. I think it was like around week. What week he got hurt in? Like week 10, week 11?
Week
Wentz.
11.
Somewhere around there. I think it was like week 7 or something like that. It was like maybe a couple weeks before he got hurt. I was saying, bro, the Eagles going to the Super Bowl. Now, I didn't know if they was going to win it, but I said for sure, I was like, man, the Eagles coming out the NFC. They coming out the NFC. Just
you saw how they was playing with Carson.
Man, certain teams, man, you watching them throughout the year, bro. You see the pedigree. You see it. You can see it.
Yeah, you saw it.
You could see it. And I said that last year. I was like, man, the Eagles going to the Super Bowl. I don't know if they're going to win it, but I got the Eagles going to the Super Bowl. And they did that. This year, you can't tell me there's a team in the league playing better than the Saints.
No.
Throughout 17 weeks.
No.
You can't name a better team.
Can't see it. I agree.
The Saints have been like consistent. Yes, we had our 2 games with the Bucks and the Cowboys where our offense didn't look like it looked throughout the other weeks. But I mean,
6 quarters of bad play.
It's a 17-week season, bro. Your offense not gonna be scoring 40 every rip. You're gonna have a couple weeks where you know your offense gonna sputter a little bit.
That's facts.
You know what I'm saying? And so that's why I didn't even really get that. I didn't really overblow the whole thing about when we put up only 10 points against the Cowboys. When we only put up, how many we put up against the Bucks?
We put up 25, but we put up 3 in the first half.
Yeah. It looked ugly though.
It looked ugly. Yeah.
I wasn't worried, and like I say, we're gonna be playing in a dome from here on out.
Yeah, you gotta come see the walls. It comes to the city, baby.
When we go to Atlanta, we're gonna be in a dome.
Yeah.
The Saints' offense are gonna be just fine. Our offensive line's gonna be healthy, hopefully, and that's what it's looking like. Teddy Ginn is back.
Yeah.
You're gonna see our offense get back to how we was week 1 through week 11.
Yeah.
Well, that's us putting up 30+ points a game.
That's it.
It's gonna happen. Our defense gonna thrive off that. And I'm just so excited about these next 4 weeks, bro. I'm just so excited because this is a special Saints team.
It truly is.
I love what Sean Payton did today. He came in there with a Lombardi Trophy. He came in with $225,000. He said, "Man, how bad did y'all effing want it?
Come with the bag.
You win 3 games, you get this."
You get this.
He always find a way
That's it.
to get his team going.
With $225,000 in a trophy. 3 more games, y'all.
3 more effing games.
What y'all want? What y'all want to do? And people are on the national media talking about that ain't motivation. Listen, stop. If you walk inside a locker room with $225,000 in the trophy that we all playing for, I got one. What y'all want to do? What?
Right.
You understand? The only guy in that locker room who's won a championship during that time when they won in 09 was Drew Brees.
He the only one?
Everyone else is gone. No one else is on that team.
Okay.
The last person on that team was Zach Shreve. That's the last guy. Thomas Morstead wasn't even on that team. If anybody's on that team, it would have been Thomas Morstead.
Right.
That would have been the last guy that's probably part of that team.
Right.
This is what we're playing for, y'all. What do y'all want to do?
Right.
What do y'all want to do? Because he's talking to a young group of guys. What do y'all want to do? What? This ain't the national championship. Y'all got to win 3 more games. What y'all want to do? That's motivation. That's telling your guys that, guess what? You being the first overall seed ain't enough.
Right.
It ain't enough. I love the way he did it. Because it's a Sean Payton. You got to motivate based upon your personality. You can't motivate based upon, what you think you should do, what you should want to do. It has to be your fitting way, your personality kind of way. And the way Sean Payton did it, I love the way, because it fits who Sean Payton is.
Right.
It just did. And that's just how I love it. I love the way he did it. I love the way he went about it. I love the way he got his players to understand that, guess what? This is what y'all playing for. The Eagles, y'all beat them already. Show the world that y'all can beat them again. Yeah, Hakeem Kimber said Morstead. So I'm assuming Morstead was...
He was on that team?
On that team.
Okay.
And again, I think this upcoming Sunday, if you had to ask me, my producer's saying, listen, I will bring some of the guys who I had on that championship team. Look, Brandon Ward back. Look, call Reggie Bush up if he not on NFL Network that Sunday.
Yeah, he need to lead us out.
Yeah, let him lead you out of there. You know what I mean? Bring that Ward back and let everybody know that, hey, guess what? You in New Orleans, it's playoff time. You bring some of them former players back, you lead them out there to their football field. And let everybody know that, guess what? You've arrived in New Orleans. I beat you before you started.
Right.
Now here come the game. Oh, yeah, you feel the energy. The energy is here. Yeah, because see, people think that the energy of the playoffs don't matter and the coaching don't matter in the playoffs. All that matters. All that's the psyche into the game because you already know who you're playing against. You're playing against arguably one of the best quarterbacks to play this game in NFL history. And you're arguably playing one of the best offense coordinated in NFL history. You know you got to be. And you're playing against, they are in sync with the fan base and the crowd that you're playing into. You got to know all that's going to be a factor. And yeah, I'll bring them out there. Brandon Wood.
It's up Sunday.
It's up Sunday. That's how I look at it, and that's how I view it. So your answers are: you got the Saints and the Cowboys, which I got the Saints and the Cowboys. You got the Chargers and the Chiefs, and I'm the opposite: Patriots, Colts. That's our AFC, NFC matchups.
There it is.
We'll see come Sunday evening. There it is, y'all. Listen, we're going to go ahead and switch gears again. There's a lot of different NFL coaches that have been rehired around the NFL. Obviously, we know that some of the 8 teams that needed coaches were the Cardinals, the Broncos, the Jets, the Dolphins. You have the Bengals. Either one.
You said the Broncos?
Broncos.
Jets.
Cardinals. Packers.
The Bucks.
Dolphins. And Bengals. There were 8 teams. 6 spots in the field. The Packers hired was the first one. And Matt LaFleur's out of the Texans OC. Then you start seeing the triple effects from that point on. You start getting Bruce Arians, I think was probably your second one. over to Tampa Bay. Then Adam Gase was recently got the New York Jets job. Then you have the promotion of the Browns OC to become the head coach.
Right.
Freddie Mickens. Then you had Cliff Kingsbury, which was a wild card of everybody. He just took the job at USC 2 weeks ago to be OC, and gets the job now with the Cardinals. And also in Denver, you had Vic Fangio.
Yeah.
DC.
Yeah.
For the Bears, gets the head coaching job now in Denver. Then you have 2 teams left: the Miami Dolphins, and then now you have the Cincinnati Bengals, who are the only 2 teams that have not filled their head coaching slots. Which I think those 2 teams are waiting to see what team is out of it. I think their head coach is going to come from one of these 8 remaining teams. What is your take on the teams that already hired head coaches? Who messed up? Like, who really bombed it? Like, who messed up?
Man,
Bad.
I know Stephen A. Smith went off about this on his radio show. For the life of me, the Arizona Cardinals gave Cliff Kingsbury a job to be their head coach. This man has a losing record as a head coach at Texas Tech. He couldn't even win in the Big 12. What the hell make you think this man gonna come to the NFL and win? And their rebuttal to that is, he coached Casey Keenum. He coached Johnny Manziel. He coached Pat Mahomes. Who gives a damn?
Who gives a damn?
What does that translate to wins? I'm confused on how the hell that makes you think that this guy is going to be a successful NFL coach. Now, if you want to bring him in as a coordinator, I can understand that a little better.
Right.
You got this guy coming in to run the show. The Cardinals are bad. They bad.
They're bad.
All they really got on offense is David Johnson.
David Johnson.
Larry Fitzgerald probably about to call it a career. I mean, you really don't have anything. So they signed him to a 4-year deal. I just think this is one of the worst hires. I don't know if they think he's the next Sean McVay. I don't know what they think. But at least Sean McVay was in the NFL coaching.
Correct.
This guy has never coached in the NFL.
Correct.
Was a head coach at Texas Tech and did not win.
Correct.
So I'm just confused at what they doing right here, the direction they going in with this franchise. You know, if you a player for the Cardinals, I know you are scratching your head and you are wondering the direction that this franchise is going in right now.
You're a veteran player who still has a career left. You saying, get me the hell out of here.
I just don't understand.
If I'm Patrick Peterson.
I just don't understand what the hell they think about it. Everybody want that next Sean McVay. Everybody want that next Sean Payton. Bruh, they dug deep for this one. Cliff Kingsbury. He photogenic and he take good pictures. He even look like he could be a little model. But you asking this man to come in and turn your franchise around and he couldn't even win in the Big 12? He went to 1 bowl game in his 4 years coaching at Texas Tech, I want to see. 1 bowl game, and that was this year? Stop. The Cardinals front office, the GM, the owner ought to be ashamed of themselves. It's going to blow up in their face.
I agree. I couldn't agree with you more. Cliff Kingsbury getting a job as a head coach in the NFL was mind-boggling to me. It was mind-boggling. I think he actually played. He was coached there 6 seasons. Here's the truth. When have you listen?
They didn't even have college programs trying to hire this man as a head coach.
No, that's the part that.
But an NFL team is gonna hire this man as their head coach. That's just. I can't wrap my head around it.
He got the job at USC to be an offensive coordinator. To be a coordinator of an offense. What makes you think, for the life of you, to bring him in who's never coached an NFL offense, who's never been on NFL players, to think that you could bring this guy here? Could you got Josh Rosen? Because you think that he can help Josh Rosen become what Jared Goff and Sean McVay is? What's the Bears head coach? Matt Nagy and Mr. Trubisky could be? This is what you're thinking? You thinking they could be Doug Peterson and Carson Wentz type like? No, or Frank Wright and not Andrew Luck. What are you thinking?
Those guys coached in the NFL.
They coached in the league. For you to bring a guy out of college who was atrocious, does not have an above 500 record, and you get him the head coaching job of grown men of the worst franchise this season, you got the first overall pick. You're the worst franchise. You're bad. You're bad. And the cornerstone of your team is David Johnson. You don't know what you got in Josh Rosen, and you got a couple of veteran players that can play football. Patrick Peterson, Chandler Jones, just to name a few guys. DT Buchanan,
Theo Reddick.
Yeah, you got a few guys that can play. And this is what you're selling these guys.
And then the thing about it too, yeah, his offenses have put up points, but he's never had a team that could stop a nosebleed. He never had a team that could stop a team from scoring over 30 points. So in the NFL, I know he's gonna be on that same mindset. He's gonna be just focusing on offense. Hopefully he hires a defensive coordinator that can at least put up some kind of front that's gonna stop somebody.
But here's the thing. Do you even know that he has a relationship with certain guys to get certain guys in here? The Cardinals, for you as a team to have the first overall pick, and here's the part that mind-boggles me the most. Mike McCarthy is available. You got a young quarterback. Mike McCarthy is available.
I don't know why Mike McCarthy wasn't a candidate for that job. I don't know why Mike McCarthy didn't get the Browns job. The Browns or the Cardinals would have been a great. I understand why the Bucs went with Bruce Arians. I get that. I understand that. Bruce Arians that was a great choice.
Right.
But
I tweeted out that said Bruce Arians and Todd Bowles.
Yeah,
I tweeted out that said, listen,
yeah.
The NFC in the South is back being it's just as tough in the tough conference again. I understand that one.
But the Cardinals, I mean, they bombed it. They bombed it.
For you not to go out.
You know what? I wish the Bucs would have did that. I wish the Bucs would have took Queensberry.
Me too.
We know for sure that's 2 wins. We know for sure that's 2 wins.
Exactly. I'm saying myself, for Mike McCarthy to be available and you not take Mike McCarthy and you take Kingsbury. See, I look at Mike McCarthy as a guy. Because see, head coaches goes to a lot in the pro level. It's more than just coordinating the offense. And this is what the problem I have with the Browns too. I know that kid. See, here's how I look at it. When you become a head coach in the league, you're just not the head coach of the quarterbacks or the quarter. Your only job isn't the progression of the quarterback. It's of the team. Now, it just doesn't matter that you're an offensive guy, you're offensive group. You got to be able to still hire a guy if you're an offensive genius who can coordinate your defense and make sure your defense is going to be up to par or be a top 15 or top 10 defense or whatever the case may be. The Browns, to me, when you promoted Freddie Hitchens, his job is more than just getting Baker Mayfield to be a franchise quarterback.
Mike Robichaux said Freddie Kitchens is stealing money.
That's gonna be more than his job. It's the whole team now. Who he's gonna get at DC? Who he's gonna bring? I'm a big fan of John Dorsey. Coach Henry is too. I thought that John Dorsey. I thought you could have made a better choice in that situation. I thought, again, a guy for me like Mike McCarthy to still be available with young head.
Well, he came out today and said he's gonna just sit out the whole 2019 season.
Well, okay, there we go. But Frank Hitchens, Kingsbury's still the money. That's who robbed it.
I want them to tell me how much he making on this 4-year deal.
He robbed it.
This 4-year deal. I guarantee you, I'm willing to bet right now, we can play this tape back 3-4 years from now. I'll bet you the house that he will not finish that 4-year contract.
No, he won't. He'll get fired.
Promise you, he won't finish it.
Listen, he may even be the new Steve Wilkes. He may be out there 2 years in a row. I think it's going to be.
And this is 2 hires in a row that they just bombed it. I mean, I just don't know what kind of drugs the front office of the Cardinals are on. What are you doing?
I don't get it.
What are you doing?
I don't get it. I just don't get it. Now, the one that was scratched my head originally was the Matt LaFleur, 1-year OC from the Tennessee Titans to go get the Packers job. I thought the Packers should have did better. I have nothing against Matt LaFleur. I don't have much of a track history on him. For the most part, what I'm getting at is the Tennessee Titans offense wasn't explosive. It wasn't dominating. It wasn't an offense.
That was my thing. I was wondering what is the big deal about getting the OC from the Titans?
That's the part that got me.
I don't know.
I didn't understand why that move. This wasn't a really explosive offense. Matter of fact, Marcus Mariota still hasn't proved that he could be, let alone a franchise quarterback. Should he just even be a starter? Injury has taken place and hit throughout his NFL career so far. And don't send me Blaine Gabbert. Blaine Gabbert is a backup quarterback, and that's all he can be at his level. Now, granted, I give a lot of credit to Mike Vrabel getting that defense where it needs to be, so that team could have an opportunity to win the playoff game. But they don't have a quarterback, so I haven't seen enough body of work of what he did with Marcus Mariota this one season he had him to see that I think he deserves to be a head coach of the Packers with a guy of Aaron Rodgers.
Right.
In that type of team.
Right.
Yeah, he kept Mike Pettit, was probably a smart thing to do because he's a good defensive coach, but I don't see how he demanded that job. How he could get the job of coaching the Packers. I think that could have been a job for Bruce Arians or something like that, or John Harbaugh. I'd have been real targeting, not John Harbaugh, I mean Jim Harbaugh. I'd have been really targeting to Jim Harbaugh. I'd have been targeting a guy that I think Aaron Rodgers can respect, not a guy that Aaron Rodgers can be like, well, who, what?
Right.
A pushover, so to speak. Not to say that he's going to be that case, but he may be looking at you like, I got a better track record of being productive than you. The Bengals still available. I think the Bengals are still available. The Miami Dolphins are still available. Adam Gase getting the job in the Jets, I'm still kind of scratching my head at that.
Yeah, it's so funny to me that a coach doesn't make the playoffs. He was the head coach for the Dolphins 2 years, 3. He didn't make the playoffs neither.
1 year.
The first year he made the playoffs. The last 2 years you don't make the playoffs.
13 and 19 the last.
They started off pretty good this year. I think they started off like 5-2 or something like that. But they
flatlined.
Yeah.
They flatlined.
The Jets, Mike McCarthy should have been y'all number 1 candidate.
Yeah. You got Sam Darnold.
I feel like Eric Bieniemy
Yeah.
should be in the mix for one of these jobs.
Yeah.
He's the offensive coordinator for the Chiefs.
The Chiefs. It's one of those. Listen, I think Vic Fangio, who's the DC for the Bears, who's the older DC in the league, got the job for the Broncos. That may not be a bad situation for the Broncos. I think Vance Joseph probably could have do another season, but that was John Elway's decision.
I think that was a bad hire for the simple fact that, okay, when you watch the Broncos play this year, it wasn't a defense that was the reason why they wasn't a good team this year. It was the offense. It was bad. Casey Keenum was abysmal. Okay? Then you traded Demaryius Thomas away. Mm-hmm. You had the running back Lindsey, who had a good year. But Pro Bowl. Yeah. But other than that, your offense was non-existent. So you should have got an offensive-minded guy to come in here and go hire a DC to just keep that defense going. Because you got to get some good defensive players over there. Mm-hmm. Why y'all made this hire to go get a defensive-minded coach when your defense was already good just doesn't make any sense. So your offense is still going to be average.
Unless he gets the right OC.
And then he said today in the press conference that they plan on keeping Casey Keenum. Now, they might just be saying that right now, but I feel like Mike McCarthy should have been a head candidate. I think he should have been a head candidate for all these goddamn jobs. He was the best coach out there.
I will say this. A lot of these jobs really scratch my head. The Jets job scratch my head. The promotion for the Bears scratch my head. I'm like, man, what the hell? The Bruce Arians job, I'm like, man, this motherfucker in the NFC South, man, get him the fuck out of here. Him and Todd Bowles. Shit. The NFC South is gonna be competitive again. It's the Cliff Kingsbury just was like, this is atrocious. This is bad. This is bad.com all over. The Bengals didn't get a job yet. I think the Bengals are in limbo between, maybe trying to hire a DC for one of these teams that's still in the playoffs. I think the Bears, I think that the Dolphins are a team that's looking at Dennis Allen, or they're looking at Chris Richard
from Dallas.
I think he's in a lot of people's mix, but I think he's still in the playoffs. I think don't be surprised if Dennis Allen gets a call to a team like Cincinnati. Their defense was atrocious this year. I think the Dolphins and the Bengals are going to hire a team that defenses are still in the playoffs. I think they're definitely waiting for. I think that the defense is going to have to be in that case where they're going to have to be in that. Mike Roberts says, what's up with Bridgewater? Do you see the Saints have enough money to re-sign him?
Yeah, I said it when we signed him. I said Sean Payton didn't give up a third-round pick for Teddy Bridgewater to walk at the end of the season. Now they're gonna have to give him some guaranteed money. I think they're gonna give him a 3-year deal, maybe 4-year deal, probably worth about $20 to $25 million, maybe 10 to $12 million guaranteed, somewhere around that range. And you gotta do that because Drew Brees might be his last year. Next year might be his last year. We just don't know. And that is probably our future. So you gotta lock that up because you cannot give up a 3rd round pick and let the kid walk. So we gotta make sure we re-sign it. And I think Sean Payton, from what he's saying, and him and Mickey Loomis been saying, they alluded to that they were gonna re-sign him back.
The Saints are in a situation where they got, I think, maybe $19 million in cap space into the offseason. I think you can re-sign Teddy Bridgewater. Their hiccup is really going to be guys like Alvin Kamara, not Alvin Kamara, Mike Thomas, Pete, and a guy like Sheldon Rankins. They're not going to the next year playing under their respective agreements. Sheldon Rankins should have been a Pro Bowl player. Pete could have been a Pro Bowl player, and Michael Thomas is not playing for $1 million next year. It's just not happening. Those are some issues they're gonna have to address. If they can get those things addressed in some form, way, or fashion, I think that you don't trade a 3rd round pick for a guy that you just let walk. I think they're gonna find a way to re-sign Teddy Bridgewater. I don't have so much invested into that last week 17 game of the season.
No, man, no, hell no.
I just don't. But I think when it comes time, no games up the bat, I think Teddy Bridgewater is gonna come up to show up, and you're gonna see a little more like Teddy Bridgewater. But I think they're gonna re-sign him overall. Yeah. But the Bengals, I think they're still waiting for a team to lose. I think Eric and me, for the Chiefs would be a good situation there. I think Dennis Allen would be a good situation there. I think Chris Reshaw.
I think Dennis Allen better focus on being a coordinator.
His name popping up.
His name's
popping up.
I don't know why. He's not a head coach. You got to know your lane.
Know your lane?
Know your lane, man. That's not your lane.
Well, that man, he may not think that's his lane. He may think that if he's being offered a job, why would that man feel like I should turn it down?
Because you're going to be fired in a year or two. Why you want to uproot your family like that, man? Put yourself through all them necessary changes and all that, man. Stay put in New Orleans. He probably got him a nice little house somewhere in Mandeville or Clemson somewhere.
Maybe in your hand somewhere.
Yeah, maybe in back of Armine.
Yeah.
Man, stay put, man. You don't want to do all them changes and stuff, man, like that, and go get fired for what?
But here's the thing.
You say you was a head coach?
Miami has good defensive pieces.
Dennis Allen better stay put.
That's all I'm saying. They got good defensive pieces. Your question mark is Tannehill. Can't stay healthy. When he is healthy, if he's your guy. And they got some good running backs down there. It's not a bad situation. Just, I'm not a big fan of Steven Ross, the owner.
Right.
I'm not a fan of that.
Right.
That's what makes that a bad situation. Same thing with the Bengals. Listen, if he gonna hold on to what's his face for 16 seasons, Marvin Lewis for 16 seasons, that guy gotta be bad. You know what I mean? It's his time. You know what I mean? I don't know. Bengals may not be. It's a bad situation to me. But anyway, we got a few minutes left in this show. I know we didn't touch much basketball, but basketball is upon us. Half the season is all been played. I put that question out there on Facebook about your Rockets, man for the Rockets, GSportz. James Harden. Is he one of the best offensive players his generation? Of his generation, not all time, like national media is talking about, because I think they're taking it a little too far. But of his generation, he's been a Houston Rocket now 7 seasons. This year making the 7th year. Is he arguably one of the best offensive players of his generation?
Yeah, I mean, that's clear as D that he is. But like I said, man, I think people are just going a little too far when they think that, he's the best offensive scorer ever.
It's too far. That's too far.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's up there with some of the best, best scorers ever to play this game. But to say he the best, I can't take it there. But James Harden is a different type of scorer. Like he's a different type of talent. We never seen a unique scorer like this coming to the NBA. The way he scores is just very unique. He's very unorthodox the way he scores. Very unorthodox the way he dribbles the ball. His pull-up game, his step back, everything is just very unorthodox. He's sneaky athletic. He can dime it. So I think he's very, very unique in his own right, but we just got to start taking it forward when we start saying stuff like he's the best scorer of all time. So
it's a little excessive.
Yeah.
It's a little excessive. I had to talk with a good friend of mine. He said, man, he loves James Harden, what he does, how he scores. His answer was Kevin Durant. He said the only thing he checks out boxes, can this guy do this? Can this guy do this effectively? And he said the only thing that James Harden doesn't do that checks up a box with him is that he don't post up plays. So when he talking about if you think he's the best scorer of his generation, the only box that he don't check for me is that can he back anybody down and hit a fadeaway jump? Is he that kind of scorer? And the answer to the question is no. I don't really see James Harden do that kind of stuff. I don't see him back down any player. But if you're talking about shooting three, he can do it. Drive and penetrate, he can do it. 5 free throws, he can do it. I made the argument that of his generation, in the past 7 seasons of the Houston Rockets, he has the most points scored. Second is LeBron James. Third is Kevin Durant. Now, a lot of people would say the argument still is KD because if you look at the past 10 years, KD got 4 scoring titles. Not a bad situation. 4 scoring titles, that guy can score. He could probably be arguably one of the best of his generation. But a lot of talk is being made about James Harden and the way that he scores. A lot of people think he travels.
Everybody think he travel.
I think a lot of people think he travels.
He do travel.
He do travel. He do travel. He do travel. But it's the rules of the NBA. The way the rules are predicated, they don't call that a travel. And I think when I look at James Harden overall, I think that he's a very dominant scorer. You don't score 14,000 points in the past 7 seasons, and you're not a dominant scorer.
Right.
You lead the league in points in the past 7 seasons. Since you got traded to Houston, you're the most point scorer, and that's just what it is. Very scoring. He gets to the free throw line incessantly. Well, that's part of scoring.
Right.
It is what it is. But I don't want to take credit from nothing that he's accomplished and what he doesn't play. People are like, well, he got to get when it comes playoff, he folds. You don't see those situations come out of him. And I said it's only really in the elimination games. You can only think of 2 times when James Harden didn't put up points.
Right.
That was the time that 2 years ago against San Antonio, Kawhi didn't play when he had 10 points, when he was 3 for 10 for the field. In Game 7 against the Warriors, where the team missed 27 consecutive threes. Those are the only 2 times in the playoffs that James Harden did not show up. The other time, I don't want to talk about the time when he was a Thunder because he was he was a 6th man.
Right.
He came off the bench. So what do you expect this guy to score 35 points a game as a bench player? No, that's not the case. But I think if he keeps up at this pace, James Harden came to the NBA 10 seasons ago, which was 2009. 10 seasons later, 7 of those 10 seasons, he scored the most points.
Right.
He's arguably can be the best scorer of his generation if he keeps up at the pace that he's at right now, especially leading the league right now. I think with 33 points he's averaging. In the past 10 games, he has over 35, at least over 30 points a game.
I think it's very arguable. Like I said, Steph. I think Steph is just as good enough to be talked about when you're talking about one of the best scorers in this game too.
Yeah.
So I mean, because Steph can score it. Steph just he playing with a team with a bunch of super ninjas all over the place. So shit.
Right, he got Clay. He has Durant. It's a lot of scores on his team.
I truly believe Steph can score 30 a game if he want. I think he could lead the league in scoring every year if he want. But he play on a team with a bunch of super ninjas, and the type of offense they run in Golden State doesn't allow him to score that many points either. But he has his game where he show you, like I can score 35 and 40 and put on a show. And Harden has the ball in his hand way more than Steph. So
in fact, he has the ball in his hand more than any other player.
Yeah.
Harden has the ball in his hand, more than any other player. And that's kind of how the offense in Houston is predicated. It's predicated on getting that guy the ball. he's gonna have the ball in his hand. The ball will come to him. It can stop with him. It can do a lot of different things. But let me tell you what you do know. Points gonna go up, and you're gonna be competitive. You're gonna be in the game. Now, whether you win the game or not is completely up for the game that can be played out. But he's gonna score you buckets. You know that when they come in the free throw line, you can call that a bucket.
Right.
You're gonna be in the game with James Harden in the game. That's just kind of how I see it. That's kind of how I view it. Now, before we go, a lot of people want me to talk about a little bit the Denver Nuggets being the number one team in the West. What's your take on the Nuggets?
Nothing. They're going to be number one in the West right now. And then by the time the season get ready to end and the playoffs come, they probably be at 3 or 4. They ain't going to stay at 1. They probably get to the second round, make it competitive, and they'll be out. They don't have a shot in hell to get to the conference finals. They definitely don't have a shot to come out the West. They're having a good season, though.
They're having a good season. And I got to tell somebody, listen, they're an all-star wing away from being a competitive team. And somebody told me, do you think they're number one team in the West for nothing? I said, ain't got nothing to do with it. Let's just speak the facts. Come postseason, they got the Golden State to deal with. They got the Houston Rockets to deal with. They got Houston. They got the Oklahoma City Thunder to deal with. They got teams to deal with who been here. When the last time the Denver Nuggets made the playoffs? Exactly. So you trying to tell me the number one seed in the West gonna mean what come playoffs? Or they number 2 and number 3 come playoffs? What do you think that's gonna mean?
Don't drink the Kool-Aid. Don't drink the Kool-Aid.
I can't see it. I can't see that team making a difference right now with no all-star player. Then the team of that team is averaging over 18 points.
Yeah, it's been a real team game for them.
It's a real team game.
Jokic is probably their best player.
Best player.
He been playing great. Jamal Murray been playing pretty good this year for him. Gary Harris.
They're a solid team.
Yeah.
Will Barton, he's averaging like 16 points a game. But I said until a player on that team is gonna average 20 points a game, it's not happening for them. They need a win. They need a Kawhi-like player, maybe even Kawhi. But it's no here, no there. I like the way they're playing. Mike Malone got the team playing, solid.
I like the way the Kings been looking.
They're slicking up on people.
Yeah, the Kings been having a pretty solid season. I would love to see them get in at the 8th spot if the Pelicans can't get there. I like what I'm seeing from De'Aaron Fox. He been playing phenomenal.
He been Buddy Hive, and
Buddy Hill, yeah.
Putting up points. They've been putting up points. Bagley's been kind of hit and miss, but those two guys have been consistent for.
Right.
They winning games. I give them that. The Pelicans are just far behind. Anthony Davis looking like a top 5 player in the league. Drew Holiday is Drew Holiday, and that's it. That's the team. That's just what it is. But listen, guys, that's our show. FanView, Real Fans Talk Sports, the Walls Talk Network. Y'all stay tuned for this playoff. My man GSportz, he got the Chargers, Chiefs, Saints, Cowboys. I got the Saints, Cowboys, Colts, Patriots this weekend. We got a difference in agreement in the AFC, but in the NFC, we think we both on target.
We will revisit this on next Thursday.
Y'all stay tuned, stay locked in. Again, subscribe to the page, FanView Live on Facebook. Subscribe to us on YouTube, FanView Live. Subscribe to us on Instagram at FanView Live and also on Twitter at FanView NOLA. And again, each and every, I give you out a plug every week. GSportz. You did. If you're on Facebook, subscribe to GSportz. If you're on Twitter, subscribe to him on G Paid in Full. And if you're on Instagram, you're at
G_PIF. 08.
There it is.
We gon' party like we won a long money. Listen, y'all. Welcome to New Orleans, where the drinks are strong, the nights are long, and there's a party going on. Super Sundays at the lake or the dome. Sandy Pongs on roulette. We let the good time roll. Good music like this, it's hard to find. Second line pop up at the drop of a dime. And when from? Stomp your feet, clap your hands. Eclectic flows out of code. It got the world in a trance. If you can't see we the best, you best invest in some lands. Yeah, we plan for the ship, and we in it to win. Talent, that is one thing, 90% is your mind. So when you talk about team, believe that there is no why. Boy, your team is a breeze. We could do it wherever. We blitz the ball like Cam, and I run these tracks like Camara. Catching bombs like Thomas, downhill with the 7. Ingram split your defense. Sean Payton calling whatever. Just know you're in for a hell of a fight. I'll be a saint till the day that I die. And you know we gon' party like we won the Lombardi. We gonna put on a hell of a fight. Touchdown in the second line. And you know we gon' party like we won the Lombardi. And when we get to heaven, we gon' party like we won the Lombardi. Party, Lombardi, Lombardi, party, 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 party, Lombardi, Lombardi. And you know